Checkity, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Yeah, I got you. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
ESPN Asheville, WPEK Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, an iHeart radio station, guaranteed human. In the heart of Beer City, USA, two men, one journey to create a sports show unlike any other. Unfiltered, raw, and honest. One of them played a soccer goalie opposite Ben Stiller. The other once scored 6 points on Steph Curry. These guys know their shit. Let's go! Tank Spencer, Jeremy Greene, the Sportsocracy. Presented by Ingles Supermarkets. Low prices, love the savings.
Welcome into the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. Heard everywhere you go on the iHeart Radio app and seen everywhere on YouTube. Just go to thesportsocracy.com, click that live video link, subscribe to the channel, join us in the chat, and welcome into the program our Clevelander. Well, I mean, he lives in Cleveland. You're not from Cleveland.
I was born in Akron, so just
so you were
just a little bit south.
He's very well traveled. He is our great friend, U.S. veteran Mike Carlisle of Raw Dog Sports. He is back. We are here at Hall of Fame weekend 2026, and man, I can't tell you how cool it is to be back on the Ingles Living the Dream tour once again.
Yeah, I'm excited that you guys are here out in my neck of the woods. I want to show you guys around a little bit. And then we're going to be able to take in the Hall of Fame game tomorrow. I'm sorry, not the Hall of Fame game. That was last night. We're going to talk about that today. Yes. But the enshrinement, I got to figure out what I'm going to wear. It'll look nice, I feel like, for the enshrinement. I want to make sure that I look the part.
Okay. All right. So you brought, like, fancy clothes?
I mean, I have some. My house is not far away from where we're at right now, so I always have the ability to go back.
That is okay. Yeah, sure. The Hall of Fame ceremony coming up tomorrow. Last night, Cece and I made the drive down to Canton, Ohio, for the Hall of Fame game. Carolina Panthers and the Arizona Cardinals. It was very, very thrilling for a Hall of Fame game. The preseason opener coming down to the wire. Haynes King, the big star of the night.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of moxie. I feel like when we're talking about the Hall of Fame game, we got to talk about a lot of moxie. Guys that maybe are not going to make a lot of rosters, but Haynes King shows up pretty good at the end and makes a walk-off running in touchdown. And one of the more exciting Hall of Fame games that we've had in recent memory. And you got to be there. Yeah,
I was there. And once again, I mean, shocker of shockers, Tank uses social media, and social media works. Maymay's been angry at me since last night for our little reel that we put up there of the game and the festivities that were happening. We've got a lot of cool highlights that we'll be bringing to you on all of the social media, so be sure to follow us at the Sportsocracy. Don't forget to, again, engage with the program. You can do that on the YouTube stream. Unfortunately, Jeremy's not around to keep me on track with the YouTube. So clearly, I don't even have it open on my computer right now. But if you want to get in touch with the program, you hit us up in the YouTube chat. Also, you can try to use the talkback feature on the iHeartRadio app. That is a way that you can send us like a little voicemail of sorts. We say something stupid while the show's happening and you want to react to it, send us that little talk back, and we will we'll incorporate you into the program that way as well. The Hall of Fame, we got the first look at this Hall of Fame class last night. They did the little ceremony where they brought everybody out onto the field. Luke Kuechly, there are a ton of Carolina Panther fans that have made the trip up here for Luke Kuechly's induction. My favorite moment amongst the players yesterday was watching Greg Olson run around and follow Luke Kuechly with his cell phone out like he was the proud dad. Like that's my boy, and he was like following along with him like he was actually Luke Kuechly's social media manager or something. It was really a really cool experience, and then I got to give Cece the thrill of her life when we walked past the NFL Network stand-up or the setup that they have up there, and Mike Tomlin was up there. She's a huge Pittsburgh Steelers fan, and man, her country eyes just lit up like firecrackers. And I'm gonna share out my favorite CC video from last night as well on the social media, so you want to follow that as well. It's just cool. It's a really cool environment to be in, and see everybody just mingling with the stars. Everybody's excited that football's back. You know, there were a lot of Panthers fans. There were several Arizona Cardinals fans. I think it's a much easier trip for the Carolina fans to make up here, so that might have something to do with it. But all in all, I mean, it's back. It is the one symbol that we are finally here. Competition begins on the field, and for the most part, it's like the coolest little high school game you've ever been to.
Well, and it's played at a high school field there at the Canton McKinley High School.
Yep.
They are very, very good, by the way. I hope that.
Now, did they fill that stadium for high school games?
I think that they do a very good job of coming and filling that stadium. Canton McKinley is very well represented.
I mean, it's like it reminds me of like a minor league baseball park. You know, it's got the levels to it, but it's not quite grandiose like a Turner Field or anything like that. But it's got that sort of mid-level pro style feel to it. And I don't know. I come from an area where we had, one set of stone bleachers that, could fit probably 2,000 people maybe, and if you ever got that many people to a game, it was like, what happened? Did like Michael Jordan show up to the game or something? The opposing bleachers were literally like just 4 little metal stanchions, and sometimes they'd be safe and sometimes they wouldn't be safe. So for me to see like a high school play in that kind of a stadium that has it does have that open feel of a minor league baseball park because it's got the interstate running by, and and as you're sitting there, you just watch the traffic go by on the interstate in the background. It is a really cool stadium to be involved in or to watch a game in. And the fact that, the Hall of Fame, they do such a great job of putting this event on and planning all of the little special things. They brought out little leaguers to play during the halftime break of the game, and it brings like, hey, we're watching the pros in this weird little, like it's not a little, high school stadium, and then they bring the little kids out to play. It's just sort of a cool, magical event. It's a great way to kick off the season, and it's a bucket list thing. If your team's playing in it, you definitely want to make the trip up here to Canton, Ohio. The Eagles Living the Dream Tour. We are live in Cleveland again with Mike Carlisle of Raw Dog Sports, and with this Hall of Fame class, we have Luke Kuechly going in, who is, I don't know. He's close to Mount Rushmore of linebackers
as
in
a
NFL
non-Panthers fan. I would even say that he is one of the top linebackers I've ever watched with my own 2 eyes.
No doubt about it.
It is incredible the things that he just knew. He wasn't necessarily, really athletic guy. Didn't always have all of the athleticism, especially later in the career as those injuries started to pile up. But he was so smart. He was always in the right spot, and that's, I think, what everybody talks about Luke Kuechly is the caliber of football player he was. All came off of just how much he knew the game.
Luke was incredible. He was a great leader. He's great with people. I was trying to explain him to Megan the other day of, he is as good of a human being as he is a football player. And he was one of the greatest ever to put on a set of cleats. So if that tells you anything about his character, he will, I've had a chance to get closer to Luke than many people do. We're affiliated with the Carolina Panthers, and so I've been in the press box. I've met Luke. I've talked with Luke for, a minute or two while he's, just got a moment. And he's always willing to, just say hello. And he really takes an interest in other people. He loves the community. I mean, he is a perfect football player, if ever there was one. Now, unfortunately, the injuries and such cut his career short. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, that's how great he was. He didn't need to play any longer to know that he was cemented in history. And he probably saved himself a lot of future anguish because of that. He's been able to get into TV. Now he's doing the Netflix games. He's the lead analyst on the Netflix games, 4 of the 5 that they are going to air this year, along with Noah Eagle. I'm so excited about that. I love Noah Eagle. I love Ian Eagle.
Same.
And Noah's, in my opinion, Noah's just as good. It's probably one of those things of, I'm trying to think, like, Ken Griffey Sr. looked at Ken Griffey Jr. and went, damn, he's better than I was. Mm-hmm. I think Ian is the same way about Noah, because I think Noah is just one of the sharpest guys in the business. So I'm really personally invested in watching how well that goes on the Netflix things. He is going to be one of those that generations will make this trip just to see the Luke Kuechly bust, because he is the greatest Panther of all time.
Yeah, listen, I'm not super well versed in Panthers history. I would imagine guys like Julius Peppers is up there as well, but
Absolutely.
Luke Kuechly feels like he is Mr. Panther.
Yes.
And for you guys to be here and getting to see him go in has got to be a really, really cool experience. I wish that I would have the opportunity to see Joe Thomas go in when he went in. Mm-hmm. I think it's gonna be a little while before I see a Brown go in again. So I'll have to come back. We'll have to keep doing this over and over until we get a Brown that goes in.
We don't have one of those on the list right now.
No, not anytime soon.
Denzel.
Josh Cribbs.
Denzel Ward.
I mean, he's so good, and
Denzel
got
Ward.
paid again.
40 years from now, Denzel Ward will be on the veterans ballot. No, he might actually have a shot. He might be a finalist at some point 20 years from now.
I mean, if he can stay healthy. The concussions are starting to
Sure. I mean, look, you get into prognosticating who the Hall of Famers are going to be on every team, and you're going to say some stupid stuff. I mean, Bill Barnwell did the other day. He did a whole article that was nothing but just trying to guess who's in line to make the Hall of Fame. And you have to stretch yourself really hard. But that's what this is supposed to be. It's supposed to be the best of the best.
Right.
Like coming up next year, you got guys like Cam Newton. Cam Newton's up next year. And the Cam Newton fan base will go, oh, he's first ballot Hall. No, he's not. He to me, I think eventually he'll get in. But I think it's going to be a long time. It's going to be something Panther fans just rail about for years.
I think Cam will rail about that as well. But I mean,
oh, no doubt about it.
When you like
he still thinks he can play in the league today. So
no, but I don't want to talk too much about Cam. I want to get back on the Luke Kuechly because like you talked about the injuries cutting him short, but I believe it was 3 Defensive Player of the Years or something like that in 8 years. Mm-hmm. That's an absurd clip. Like that's insane. That's Aaron Donald type production. Who, by the way, might be coming back to ruin every NFL's fan guess on how the season's going to go. As long as Stafford stays healthy, that Rams team, if they get Aaron Donald back, is going to be
a lock.
Insane.
I mean, they're a lock for the playoffs. I can't say they're a lock for the division because I can still see Seattle being as good as they were last year.
The running back room is where I have questions for the Seattle team.
Yeah, I mean, it does concern me. However, you still have Jackson Smith and Jigba. And that, my friends, with him and Sam Darnold, I'm actually saying good things about Sam Darnold. I think Jeremy's going to have a stroke. But I don't see them taking a giant drop off. You add Aaron Donald though, that's a team that, I mean, we can start talking after the first couple of weeks and they don't give up but 2 touchdowns. We can start talking about whether or not this team is going to do
greatest defense ever,
greatest things. Yeah. Just and what do you call that? It's the Hollywood defense. That's and they could go down in history as one of the best teams that we've ever seen in a single season. They have that kind of capability in them, but
they got the names for it to sell that in the city, and that team has been kind of embraced. Like the Chargers, while they are still in LA, feel like they are still somewhat homeless. That feels like it is the Rams' home stadium.
Yes,
and the Chargers are just tenants.
Yes, it does. Yeah, I'm really excited to see Luke out there. Larry Fitzgerald as well on the field last night. Roger Craig, Adam Vinatieri, and Drew Brees. And the fact that somebody put the Drew Brees jersey on the Tom Benson statue right as you come in the gate or as you're coming down the concourse at the Hall of Fame Stadium was a really cool touch. I thought that was real. No, I did not see Gale. Before Jimothy asks, I will be on the lookout. Sir Jimothy has a thing for Gale Benson. He's
okay.
It's a thing, and we think it's a healthy relationship, so we allow it to continue.
Well, before we get too far in, we had a super chat that we're getting ready to roll past from our good friend David.
No, okay. We don't miss super chats. All right, Great North says, we love Sleeveless Mike. Does a sleeveless T-shirt tuxedo count as fancy?
I mean, I want to be formal, but don't get it wrong. I'm here to party. I would rock a tuxedo T-shirt. I feel like I still want the sleeves off though. It's just not comfortable. Give me the arm movement. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Also, like my best quality are my arms, so I'm just going to show those off.
Mm-hmm. Now you have you've branched into the foray of coaching high school football.
I have.
Now. And tell us what you're doing. So you're coaching offensive line?
Yeah, I'm an offensive line coach at Riverside High School in Painesville, Ohio. So we are in.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. It was I love coaching. I've always loved coaching. I've always wanted to coach at a high school level. This is my first opportunity, and I have such a great opportunity. I'm learning from a guy who's 72 years old. Our head offensive line coach has been doing this for 45 years. I've been drinking through a fire hose. I know football. Despite what everybody on the internet likes to think, I know football. But there is so much stuff to learn from somebody who's been doing this for so long.
Oh, yeah.
I could not have imagined a better way to step into this coaching role. We just had a scrimmage yesterday. Did very well. 5 touchdowns, 33 plays. So our offense looks like we're on the right track. But, yeah, it's been a heck of an experience so far.
Nice. All right. My question is, are they going to make you wear sleeves on the sideline?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure in the handbook for like all of these school employees and the appropriate attire, it specifically states that there are no sleeveless options that are available. So that was kind of a kick in the
What about the Belichick thing? Could you wear a jacket and then like the team jacket and then have like the sleeveless pullover on top or sweatshirt or whatever?
I would absolutely do that. I have a funny story. We were out at a friend's birthday in Arizona, and I'm wearing a Pat McAfee for the brand sleeveless hoodie. I feel like I look pretty good. We get to the bar and they're like, "Hey, you can't come inside." I'm sorry, why? Apparently, sleeves were a required thing to get inside of this bar/club. Not wearing sleeves was taken as a sign like that I might be a tool and try to start a fight.
Okay, yeah. I guess I could see that.
Which, okay.
You do have that, when...
It's okay.
It's
I kind of look like a tool who might look like he wants to start a fight.
Well, it's like for somebody who has no upper body, like, I don't wear sleeveless things other than in my, private life. because it doesn't look good. You, on the other hand, do look like a guy who may try to suplex me through a table. So I guess I could see that. I did make a reference, a comparison of you to the wrestler Taz a few weeks ago to Megan, and then she was like, "What do you mean?" And then she looked at the picture and she went, "Yeah, I get it. I get it. That dude could probably suplex you through a table."
Yeah. Well, I had a very nice gentleman outside who was wasted drunk, saw what was happening, and literally gave me the shirt off of his back.
Nice.
Which I then put on and proceeded to put my sleeveless hoodie on top of, and then enjoyed the night with my friends out for the birthday party. So I don't know what that guy's name was, but if for some wild chance he hears this, I appreciate you so much, bro. That was a great night.
I love that we can all come together as boys. Because that's a boy move right there.
That 100%.
Oh man, that's bull. That's my boy. Here,
yeah. Let me help him out. Absolutely.
Well, kudos to him. Yesterday we had the news of Jahmyr Gibbs, shocker of shockers, highest paid linebacker in the NFL now. We knew that was coming, and they took their cue. Detroit waited. They took their cue from Atlanta with the Bijan Robinson deal and went, okay, we just have to give him just a little bit to make him feel better. And so he ends up with a 3-year, $67.5 million contract. It can be 75 with all of the incentives and such. $51.5 million guaranteed. Any qualms?
I think that the only two guys that you could have the only person that would maybe have a contentious thing about this would be Bijan, because he's the guy that set the market. Jonathan Taylor gets another deal as well. That's good money, but Jonathan Taylor's already shown once that he's willing to hold out. So the Colts knew that they had to pay him if things were going to work out.
Yes.
So I don't have a problem with Jahmyr Gibbs being the highest paid running back in the league. I mean, he's shown that he can be absolutely explosive. And when he's on, he's incredible. How will he look this year if he's got to be the solo lead back? Questions remain. But it would be him or Bijan, in my mind, that would be the top two guys for money in the league right now.
He is massive. I mean, he is just an amazing talent. Totally worth it. I have no qualms with it. He's making $22.5 a year AAV. Bijan's at 22.25, so he's just a little bit ahead of him. Jonathan Taylor at 22, Saquon Barkley at 20.6. Now, my mind typically goes in cases like this of, okay, now that the running back market it's been set, it's been hot for a minute, who gets dumb money? Like, I'm not talking Kenny Gainwell money. I'm talking stupid money that does not deserve it. And that's a question we'll try to answer after the break here on ESPN Asheville. You're in the Sportsocracy on the Ingles Living the Dream Tour, live from Cleveland, Ohio. We'll be back right after this.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
Really can't get away from the showers, thunderstorms, and the warm, humid air mass. Downpours will be the biggest threat, so heads up again for some areas getting some isolated flooding. 85 this afternoon. Any storms around will end early tonight, 65. Tomorrow, scattered showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon with some fog in the morning, 85 degrees. And again, could be some heavier rainfall. Still a chance of showers and thunderstorms on Sunday afternoon with a high near 85. From the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Stajic.
This report is sponsored by Discover. With the Discover Cashback Card, it's payback time when you earn cash back on everyday purchases. Activate and earn 5% cash back at different categories each quarter on up to $1,500 in purchases. It pays to Discover. See discover.com/5 for details.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This feeling is brought to you by Aleve for Arthritis Pain Relief. What feeling is that? Well, it's the feeling you feel when you have relief from arthritis pain. It's that my hands don't hurt just holding things feeling. That, wow, I can actually move well feeling. You know, that go about your day without worrying about every little movement or ache feeling. Oh, yeah. Because Aleve targets arthritis pain at the source of inflammation for long-lasting relief, so you can keep moving through it. Feel up to 12 hours of arthritis pain relief with one dose. Feel Aleve. Use is directed for minor arthritis pain.
Why pay full price when you can customize and save? Switch to Liberty Mutual, and they'll customize your auto and home insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Skin is deeply personal, which is a strange thing to say about something that everyone can see. It can affect how we move through the world and how much of ourselves we feel ready to show. I'm Dylan Marin, and I'm hosting Skin Queries, a podcast from iHeartRuby Studio where we talk to people about what it's really like to live with a skin condition. Listen to Skin Queries on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Skin Queries and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
Now here's your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bank. That's bank. Enter it now.
This is ESPN Asheville, home of the Sportsocracy. Weekday afternoons, 3 to 5.
I would not hold a special draft for a kid who gambled on his own team. I'm going to suspend you for a year just out of basic principle anyway.
Asheville's #1 sports station, ESPN Asheville.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelor or bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
The Sportsocracy.
Back on ESPN Asheville, live on the Ingles Living the Dream Tour. It is the Sportsocracy. Follow us on all the socials. You can follow all of the interesting things that we will see. Really excited about the opportunities to bring you some content from the festivities in Canton, Ohio tomorrow night, or tomorrow day. Because it's going to be an early morning for all of us. We were talking the best way to do this, and I will give everybody the tip. On Hall of Fame ceremony day, you show up as early as possible. You get there when the hall opens, and then you're there to see the parade of stars come through. It's really a special experience, and I'm hoping we're going to get some really good stuff to share out, and I know we will. And last night's Hall of Fame game kicks off the preseason, ready for action to begin. And the only thing really now is contracts. Contracts and saying stupid stuff in press conferences.
There's going to be a lot of that second one.
By chance, did you see what the Purdue AD said? The new Purdue AD got introduced, and he came out and he said, we're here to win championships. And unless you're here to win championships, you should go to Indiana. That's something you said out loud in a group of people with cameras pointed in your face. You just called out Curt Cignetti and the Indiana Hoosiers. I don't feel like that's a good idea. Curt Cignetti's never been one to really forget something that somebody said about him.
Super petty.
And when Indiana plays Purdue, if they don't score 100 just because they can, I'm going to be shocked. For somebody to say something that ignorant of, we expect to win a championship in every sport every year. Mm-hmm. And when did this begin?
Yeah, so when did Purdue get good at stuff? They haven't been good at football since as long as I can remember. Since
Drew Brees.
I'm pretty sure the guy that we're going to see getting inducted tomorrow since Drew Brees. And to call out Indiana is wild. It's a complete lack of awareness.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought Purdue was like smart people school. Like that's not just like anybody gets into Purdue. I don't get it.
I don't know. Maybe it's all of the archaic technology, right? Didn't they build the railroads or something, like the steam engines, and that was why they're the Boilermakers?
I don't know if they did.
They're like an engineering.
They
school,
are.
Right? Yeah. So I always thought that was
for sure.
I never cared enough to really research it, but I thought that was the reason. And maybe they've just been focusing on such archaic technology that they can't bring themselves to
open up the internet and figure out what happened with Indiana's football team this last year.
I don't know. I don't know how you missed that one. I'll bet in the revenue share somewhere you got some money because of that. And I feel like that was a bad choice of words. I get that they're your rival, but I mean that's punching way above your weight class.
Like if you're gonna make a statement, make one that at least makes sense.
Right.
Like.
Do you know
we're gonna win championships because we're gonna beat that team, Indiana, who apparently came back on. Not go to Indiana if you don't want to win. They literally just started winning, and it shocked the entire country.
Can you name the last sport that Purdue won a national championship in?
I'm gonna guess it was basketball, probably in the 90s.
Nope, never happened. Never happened.
Okay, then I don't have no other guesses. Have they ever won a championship? Any championship?
Cheerleading. They won a cheerleading championship in 2018. That was the last national championship that school's ever won. I'm gonna say that's not a history of winning. That's not a winning culture. That's kind of the opposite. When you have like 6 national championships across all sports, I don't think you get to say that we're here to win championships. I mean, unless you're expecting to be left behind in the divide, right? When the mega conference happens and Purdue's like, hey, this is our chance. We can drop back down to Division II and we can start winning some championships. Maybe that's the plan. Was that the signal that we're not going to be playing ball in the Big Ten anymore? Because that's the only way you're winning championships.
Honestly, if they'd have a hard time beating a South Dakota State, though, I think.
Yeah. Oh, we had a basketball team that was ranked #1 in the country recently. Yeah, you did, but you also had this, one freak of a guy that was pretty good at basketball. That Zach Edey guy. Yeah, he was pretty good. They've had a couple of basketball teams in my lifetime that have been pretty good. Glenn Robinson, right? When Glenn Robinson was there. Still do always like to point out, though, when his name comes up with Purdue University, Western Carolina almost beat you in the tournament. That was almost the first 16 over a 1. We were so close. That was one of those games that every kid in Western North Carolina was watching going, oh, my God. If we beat Glenn Robinson, we didn't even care. We never watched a single Western Carolina basketball game.
Didn't matter.
Until that one.
Yep.
And it was like, oh, we're going to win this game. And then they did not. But Purdue's you're not a contender for anything. Why do you say stupid things? Are you doing the same drugs that Stephon Diggs is doing right now? Because he went out and said, I'm the best #2 wide receiver in the league. Correct. And then he followed that up today with, I'm saying #2 on camera, but in my heart, I'm going to say I'm the best #1 in the league. And there's something to be said for having that kind of confidence in yourself. But again, I think these are thoughts that we internalize and maybe don't tell people.
Look, having an unwavering belief in yourself is a really good thing to have until it becomes a real big detriment. Like everything's great until you do a little too much of it. And I think Stephon Diggs knows a little bit about doing a little too much of things. But he should have just been like, I think I'm the best #2. I believe I could be a solid number one again. But to say that you're the best number one, he's trying to contend that he's the best wide receiver in the NFL.
That's what he says.
That's
what he says.
That is, I mean, I guess you want to kind of applaud the self-confidence, but it almost feels like delusional at this point.
Sure. Like Baker Mayfield thinking he's elite.
So Baker needs what? What's the ask? Like 65?
I think that's what it ended up being. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Look, I like Stephon Diggs as a player.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as a human, we don't need to talk about that. But he's a hell of a football player, and I love the addition to the Washington Commanders. But I mean, there are sometimes that maybe we don't put that on ourselves.
I like this for the Commanders because that offense needed some help, right? They don't re-sign Debo. Debo goes back to the 49ers. They need another weapon because otherwise it's just scary Terry.
Mm-hmm.
And Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels, who I think is one of the best young quarterbacks in the league, if not the best young quarterback in the league, needs more help besides scary Terry.
Yep.
So go ahead.
No. You finish your thought.
No, getting Stephon Diggs in, as long as he can stay on the field, there's no crazy off the field issues, which they seem like to be becoming more and more prevalent in Stephon Diggs' life. This is a good signing for him and for the Commanders. But what's Stephon? You're not getting number one wide receiver in the NFL, Stephon Diggs.
No, he is not the number one wide receiver. He's the number one wide receiver, as he said. He did not lie, in his own heart.
Yeah, that's true.
And that is, I guess, to a man, that is the only place that it really, really matters. Who's the next running back to get paid? Jahmyr Gibbs, Bijan Robinson. We've seen the huge contracts that have been thrown out. But is there a next one coming? You're in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville, and we'll be back right after this, live from Cleveland.
Hit the gas on your summer with bonus bucks.
Are you serious?
Imagine $1,000 and free gas in your tank.
Yeah, it's gonna take every penny to fill up my RV.
The winning happens every weekday.
Summertime is here, and it's time to turn your backyard into the ultimate playground. And outdoor living and more at the Tanger Outlets can help you do it. Hot tubs and spas, grills and smokers, patio furniture, and all the accessories to go along with it. Outdoor living and more at the Tanger Outlets. Check them out online at outdoorliving.fun.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose. And millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
When I beat the guys in my fantasy league, text wasn't enough. I used Smile Tunes to create a victory ballad specifically naming everyone I defeated. It was the most beautiful way to be a terrible winner. Visit SmileTunes.com and claim your ultimate victory soundtrack.
Professional bull riding, the toughest sport on dirt. 10 teams, one incredible night of adrenaline-filled competition. Watch PBR Teams tonight at 7:45 Eastern Time on Paramount+.
When you see this in your kitchen,
the stainless steel fridge is covered in fingerprints.
you hear this.
Leslie, people are going to think you were raised in a barn or by wolves, or raised in a barn by wolves.
Fortunately, Wyman Stainless Steel 3-in-1 cleans, shines, and protects to give you the best shine. A spray and a wipe will have your fridge shining like a mirror.
Wow, my fridge looks brand new. Your fridge looks amazing, Leslie. Sorry, I was being a little dramatic earlier.
Your kitchen says a lot about you. Let it brag with Wyman.
At Ingles Weather, we're celebrating Friday night rivals, televising college basketball games, bringing the Fan Fest to semi-pro soccer, or taking you out to the ball game at your minor league park. It's all in the bag. Ingalls, low prices, love the savings.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of urgency, timely, responsive, focused, prioritizing you as our customer and the community that we serve to do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
The Sportsocracy.
Welcome back into the program on ESPN Asheville, 880-1400, everywhere on the iHeartRadio app and live on YouTube. Just go to thesportsocracy.com. Click that live video link. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can join us in the chat. Mike Carlisle of Raw Dog Sports joining us. You can find all of him and Evo's wonderful, wonderful content on the, well, really anything. I mean, you guys talk about everything. You guys go NFL to WNBA to just everything.
Well, we just had a very interesting conversation about the WNBA in between the break, and we've had one on our show in the last week or so. We'll probably save that not for this section. But, yeah, you know what? Evo and I have a very interesting style. We are a little wild, a little crazy. But, you know, when your name is Raw Dog Sports, I don't know what else you'd expect.
Exactly. The name fits the product. They do great stuff. You guys should check them out. They're on Tuesdays?
We are on Tuesdays, but as soon as football season starts, we go to a 2-show-a-week thing. Tuesdays are for recaps of the previous weekend of football, and we recover our bets. But Saturdays are for gambling. That's where we get all the bets out for the people.
Okay, very nice. So make that, mark that on your calendar, specific time on Saturdays?
I got to figure out when we have practice on Saturdays.
Gotcha.
Because we will have practice on Saturday mornings for lifting and film sessions afterward. We might have to push our, normally we were going at 11 o'clock, but this year we might have to adjust that time.
Okay.
TBD.
All right. Fair enough. And enough time for everybody to absorb the information and help you make your wagers.
Absolutely.
For the Sunday action. So Tuesdays and Saturdays now. Follow them at Raw Dog Sports, part of the No Sleeves Network. Now, Jahmyr Gibbs just set the market after Bijan Robinson just set the market. Jonathan Taylor just got paid again. He's up in the $22 million stratosphere now. That's where we're at. The line is drawn at $22.5 million per year for the best running backs in the league. Now, Jahmyr Gibbs, he's one of those guys that could say, I am a number one RB in the league. I'm RB1.
Mm-hmm.
And he would, no one would bat an eye. We'd say, okay, yeah, sure. We're splitting hairs between him and Bijan. Is it too much for me to think that these 3-year deals that have been handed out, that we're just going to, these are the guys, and nobody else is in our class. We're just going to keep resetting the market as we go. Because as you climb up to the draft classes, you have to watch and see who's next in line to get stupid money. There's not a single running back from the 24 class that is, I mean, Bucky Irving maybe, but he would have to have an unbelievable season this year. He'd have to show something that he's never shown before. He's not that guy. Bucky's good. He's not great. He's not Bijan great.
Right.
He's not Jahmyr Gibbs great. I think we've hit another peak in the running back market.
Well, looking at some of these running back contracts now, it's so hard. I think maybe, depending on how he comes back from the injury, Zach Charbonnet could be a guy that could get a big contract considering that team lost Kenneth Walker. But then again, the Seahawks may not decide to pay a running back the kind of premier money. But then again, I don't see him as that type of back. I like Charbonnet.
I love Zach Charbonnet more than most people.
Like, I'm trying to go through here and find a guy that could maybe be next in line, but it has to be guys that were probably just drafted.
Right.
Like your Ashton Jeanty, but is that's going to?
That's the only one. He's the only one on the periphery right now. I mean, Jeremiah Love's not even taking a snap in the NFL, so I don't think he's necessarily the guy to talk about in this scenario. That's a little long time to wait, but by the time he comes around for a contract, it'll be time for Bijan to get extended again.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It's just, this is how it's going to be, I think, for the next presidential term plus. We're going to have Bijan and Jameer fighting it out for top money, and everybody else should fall in my opinion, right around like the Devon Achane range, $16 million for that next group of backs, because Ashton Jeanty hadn't showed anything to me to be considered that guy. A market setter?
No. Now, I mean, we can go and push it a little farther out. You got your Omarion Hampton that could maybe be a guy that could be incredible. Quinshon Judkins, I'm going to shoehorn my Browns in here. I mean, he's got a little ways to go to come back from the injury, but there's not a guy who's right there who's ready to be the next dude.
No. It's, to me, just interesting to watch. Because I don't think there's another one that belongs to be deserves to be mentioned in that same class.
I'm trying really hard to find somebody just so we can find a guy to talk about, but there isn't one here. Like James Cook comes to mind, but he just got paid. He's not going to probably be a guy that's going to. Do you think he'll go back and ask for more money?
Well, I mean, we're maxed out. We're maxed out on running back talent. All of the best athletes in the NFL now are playing wide receiver. Yeah. Like, think of all the contracts that we've been going through on the wide receiver side.
Oh, insane.
And the money just keeps getting more and more and more insane. There just are so few very special backs. It's so unlike quarterbacks, in my opinion. But that has to do with the position.
Well, and the running back position has changed so much. Like, these guys that are getting paid are not just running backs anymore. They catch the ball out of the backfield. They are weapons everywhere on the field. You look at Bijan, Saquon, CMC, Devon Achane, Derrick Henry are all guys, Breece Hall, all guys that can do things out of the backfield. And that is expected of them.
What is it? Average life of a running back is 3 years, something like that?
Yeah, not very long.
They don't last long. And the ones that do, you're easily replaceable. More easily replaced than a Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Mm-hmm.
Despite the fact that we've got a girth of talent at wide receiver, because all of the fastest, most electric kids in football are playing the wide receiver position. That's where the money is. Right? Why would I play running back, cut my career short for, at best, $20 million, while I can be a receiver and make 50? Like, if I'm a high school kid right now, I'm thinking $50 million at my first contract when I come up.
Sounds a lot
in
better.
5 years, 6 years, 7, however long that stretch takes. I think I'm going to try to play wide receiver. That's the smart thing to do.
It absolutely is. I mean, the longevity of a talent. Like, you think of those guys, those Edelmans that started to wear down. If you are really good at running routes, you can even not be the most athletic guy anymore. Your career is so extended, and you're so protected at the wide receiver spot. Running backs are still going through and getting the heck beat out of them. Very rarely are they catching something across. You're not seeing a lot of Reggie Bushes taking a swing out in the flat and getting absolutely murdered.
Right. Stephen Tao in the YouTube comment says, Gianti is certainly no Kenny Gainwell. Look, he already makes more than Kenny Gainwell. The fact that Kenny Gainwell makes money close to Ashton Gianti still irks me.
Well, the fact that Kenny Gainwell is where he is.
I don't hate Kenny Gainwell as a player. I hate the fact that we gave him $7 million a year.
And
he's not.
And Rico Dowdle was literally right there.
I still think that's going to be a decision that we regret as an organization, but we'll find out. They seem to be just so happy, so thrilled at the prospect of running 2 running back sets all year long. We're going to run Bucky and Kenny at the same time, kind of like wishbone style, I guess. We're going to run some power I. We do that with the offensive line that can't stay healthier for more than 4 games. That's a good plan. That's a good plan. It's no wonder that, guys who are like, I don't know if I want to do this for the rest of my career. It was fun while it was fun, but now, maybe I can go somewhere else.
Shout out Tom Brady for coming down there and making a whole lot of Buccaneers happy.
No doubt. It was one of the greatest days of my life, honestly. The day he announced he was coming to Tampa Bay, mainly because I was like, look, this is a real possibility. And Jeremy kept saying, no, why would he go to Tampa Bay? Because he could win there. Because he's Tom Brady and he could win anywhere. Except for Las Vegas. I don't even think if he joined that team, they would be good.
Yeah. Well, let's see how they... I feel like that offensive line has got to be better than they were last year.
Our starters played a total of 12 games. 12 games. That's not like together. That's 12 damn games.
That's why.
The 5 guys that we wanted to start the season as the starting 5 on that offensive line, which was pretty good 2 years ago. 12 games. That's what we got. Sweet. We were playing, I don't even remember the guy's name I kept picking on last year. Jonathan Nelson or something. It was some irrelevant name. Like, that's the guy you're starting at left tackle. Sweet. No wonder Baker Mayfield's got hurt. Right. No, and he's stupid enough not to go, hey, I'm hurt. I probably shouldn't play. I should probably fix this instead of trying to play an entire season on it and make it worse.
It's literally the reason he is no longer in Cleveland is because he refused to come out, played terrible during it, and then wanted to blame everybody else afterward.
And he's doing the same thing with Tampa Bay. He's done that thing. Like, he was cool for a second, and then all of a sudden it's that's the Baker Mayfield we remember.
Yep.
Because I can't wait. I said with Stephon Diggs earlier, don't put too much on yourself. Maybe that's a good idea. That could also be a way to live your life. And now Baker Mayfield he's out there saying stupid things like, oh, well, you should have offered me $60 million when you had the chance because now I'm going to have the season of my life and be worth more than that. He literally said that. Okay.
Good
luck. I'd taken the money when it was offered to me. Because we've talked about the prospects of him going somewhere else, and they're not too great.
Yeah, where would he go right now?
Pittsburgh.
Oh.
Pittsburgh. That's the one that keeps coming up is after Aaron, they could go the path of Baker. I don't think they will. I don't think they'll be interested in that, but I guess they could be. But
Why would McCarthy want to deal with Baker when he has like a couple of young guys that he can mold in whatever shape he wants them, and Drew Aller and Howard? Like, makes no sense.
Yeah, no.
I mean, Baker would, I'm sure, love the opportunity to go back and play Cleveland twice a year after what has happened.
Sure,
but it would make that makes no sense to me. For Mike McCarthy and Baker Mayfield feel like peanut butter and tuna fish. Like they don't go together.
Here's one for you. The Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta Falcons fans seem really excited about the prospect of Baker Mayfield being available.
There's no shot that Baker and Kevin Stefanski ever work together again.
This is where it helps to kind of pay attention, I don't know, to what guys do when they're in other cities. It would be maybe something that you would think about. Those relationships can't always be mended.
No,
I do also love the he's going to back up, or he's going to replace Matthew Stafford in LA, because he was there for a moment, and Sean McVay saw him be good for a game, and that could be the move here. I don't really get that one either. We'll continue with our coverage of Hall of Fame weekend when we return here in the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. You can hear us everywhere on the iHeartRadio app, and of course watch us on the YouTubes. We'll be right back.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
Really can't get away from the showers, thunderstorms, and the warm, humid air mass. Downpours will be the biggest threat, so heads up again for some areas getting some isolated flooding. 85 this afternoon. Any storms around will end early tonight, 65. Tomorrow, scattered showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon with some fog in the morning, 85 degrees. And again, could be some heavier rainfall. Still a chance of showers and thunderstorms on Sunday afternoon with a high near 85. From the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Stajic.
This report is sponsored by Capital One Bank. What's in your wallet? Capital One offers no fees or minimums on checking accounts. And most Capital One cafes are open 7 days a week to assist with your banking needs. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank. Capital One N.A. member FDIC.
Ice Cube's Big 3 season is heating up. The most competitive basketball league on earth is on CBS this Sunday. The two best teams go head-to-head as Coach Nancy Lieberman and Greg Monroe's Dallas Power take on the 1-seed Chicago Triplets, led by Coach Dr. J and Captain Montrezl Harrell. Then Coach Gary Payton and the Boston Ball Hogs battle Nasir Kaur and the Detroit Amps in a must-win game for Boston. The game played the way you love. Watch live Sunday on CBS at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific, and catch replays Monday on BET. Presented by iHeart.
If you run a business and need to get your message to your next customers fast, nothing is faster than audio with iHeart. Let us help you grow your business at the speed of sound today at 844-844-iHeart.
Purple Whale Auction presents one of the largest fleets of Volvo articulated haul trucks you'll find anywhere. Selling August 27th from Landmark Construction in Piedmont, South Carolina. 23 late model Volvo A45Gs, all low hour and ready to move dirt on day one. Buy 1, 2, even 10. With 23 matching trucks available, it's the perfect opportunity to grow your operation. Bid with confidence, always online, always no reserve. Register for free today at purplewave.com. Purple Wave, where equipment finds its next owner.
Ever since they started clearing yards after Helene, the Chainsaw Brothers stay committed to helping rebuild Western North Carolina.
Whether you have a dead tree dangling somewhere dangerous, or you need to clear years of overgrowth, tree trimming, or tree removal, we can get the job done.
It's fully insured and licensed work from local professionals you can trust.
Residential or commercial jobs, we got the tools and the crew.
Call the Chainsaw Brothers today at 316-1013. That's 316-1013.
Follow us on Facebook to see how we treat our family. And check us out at chainsawbrother.com.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelor or bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
Do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Our mission, to improve lives with every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks Ford Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com. That's parksfordhendersonville.com.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have: Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
News on AM and FM? Why not?
What we're dealing with here is something that was basically unknown.
And we think you'll love it.
The only people that don't want to do voter ID are people that cheat. There's no other reason for it.
Your news in the AM and the PM. Now on AM and FM.
We are going to destroy their Air Force. We have largely done that.
This new regime should be wiser than the last.
570 WWNC. Now on 92.9 FM.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies, because when people don't have to worry about where their next meal is coming from, they can truly thrive, like Marta.
And now we'll hear from our class valedictorian, who with our hard work never ceases to amaze us. Please welcome Marta Moreno.
And Alex.
Hey, Alex, how did the interview go?
I did it! I got the job! I can't believe it!
I knew it. Let's meet up later to celebrate.
And Diego.
Mom! I got first place at the science fair with my volcano project.
That's amazing, sweetie. Congratulations.
Because when people are fed, futures are nourished, and everyone deserves to live a full life. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow. feedingamerica.org/actnow. A public service announcement brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
ESPN Asheville. Yeah. WPEK Fairview. WMXF Waynesville. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. In the heart of Beer City, USA. Two men, one journey to create a sports show unlike any other. Unfiltered, raw, and honest. One of them played a soccer goalie opposite Ben Stiller. The other once scored 6 points on Steph Curry. These guys know their shit. Let's go! Tank Spencer, Jeremy Greene, the Sportsocracy. Presented by Ingles Supermarkets. Low prices, love the savings.
It is ESPN Asheville. It is the Sportsocracy, and we are coming to you live from Cleveland, Ohio today on the Ingles Living the Dream Tour 2026 NFL Hall of Fame weekend, the official start to the preseason. It is wonderful to be back here again, to be back, going back. So the first time we came was 2024. It was cool to know, I kind of knew where I was going, where the best things to see the best things would be. And last night, the Carolina Panthers came up with a win in the Hall of Fame game. It was exciting down to the end, and I hope the 12s of you that were watching it at the end were excited. Because we missed it. We were on the road. It's preseason football. I get excited about it for about 17 seconds. And then it's like, oh, okay. That's why I like the Hall of Fame game. I like watching the fans that show up. I like watching, all of the movements around the stadium are fascinating to me, because you have just Hall of Famers walking around, being followed by, crowds of people. And they're all wonderful. They're all very, very nice. We saw one guy that I pointed out to Cece with a Super Bowl ring on, and he may have been 175 years old. It was I was shocked that he had the strength as a human to hold up the Super Bowl ring. And I went, I'm not sure who that is, but I'm glad he's here. Somebody else knows who that is. And that's what this is all about. It's all about making dreams come true. All of these guys this is the culmination of their lives. This is what they worked for. Guys like Luke Kuechly, sure, they've got more stuff to do in their lives. You know, we talk about Luke being he's now an assistant of some kind. It's like a defensive assistant or something with the Carolina Panthers. He's probably got, you know, head coaching opportunities in his future, whether he takes them or not. He will be obviously on national television this year, streaming television. So I guess it's really international. On the Netflix games as the lead analyst. He's done radio, he's done TV, he's done commercials. The guy's all over the place. But those 10 years of his life were what he worked his previous years for.
Mm-hmm.
And he is one of the youngest guys ever to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. And it's cool to see everybody kind of living the dream together.
Yeah, well, I mean, you guys were living the dream last night. I was a little jealous. Like we had our scrimmage yesterday, so I couldn't get here early enough to go down to the game. But you got to see a guy that I really liked in the draft evaluation process go out there and ball out a little bit. Arizona Cardinal fans are going to fall in love with Carson Beck. What's going to happen?
I mean, he didn't look too bad. He's there.
Yeah,
he's a guy.
Well, yeah. I'm not getting excited too early. It's the Hall of Fame.
Here's the thing: I don't believe that he gets a chance
at all,
because I don't think that I just don't foresee a path. I mean, he was the quarterback of the Georgia Bulldogs, so I watched him when he was there. Every snap that he took practically at Georgia, I probably saw, unless it was the Middle Tennessee State game, and that was a good week to take off. Right, because he only played a half of the game anyway.
Right,
but he's never been that guy to me. I thought he was better in Miami, but I still don't see him as a guy who is a franchise leader. Now, it would be the most Arizona Cardinal thing to me for them to do this and to take, you know, Carson Beck a year before they could have the number 1 pick in the draft and actually draft a quarterback worth a damn. And then they make the decision, we're going to stay out of the biggest draft class ever, and we're going to take what's his face from Jeremiah Smith. Sorry, his name wasn't coming to my head. But
they might be a little leery of taking another Ohio State receiver as well, with the way the tape looks coming out of Marvin Harrison Jr.
Right. I don't see that as a path forward here. Carson Beck could be... John Kitna.
I was thinking.
I mean, just a guy who might be good.
Colt McCoy seems like a Carson Beck comp.
Maybe I shot too high with John Kitna.
Listen, Colt McCoy was a guy that could be. There was a spot starter in the league for a really long time. Mm-hmm. I like Carson Beck. Mm-hmm. I thought that he might have a chance to stick around a little bit higher than some of these other quarterbacks. I think a lot of people thought I was crazy because his arm was, had the surgery and all that stuff. But he looked pretty good last night. Now, if he gets the opportunity, what is going to happen? Because the Cardinals look like they're going to possibly be, if not almost certainly going to be, the worst team in the NFL right now.
That's how it appears to me.
It looks so bad. Jeremiah Love is going to get the Ashton Jeanty treatment. He's not going to have anywhere to run. They're going to be bad. So at some point, they're going to have to move off of Jacoby, in my mind, to just see if Carson Beck gives them any kind of spark. But that team is in a really bad spot going into the season.
It's, I mean, maybe he could, he can start games this year. There's no doubt in my mind. I mean, he only has Jacoby Brissett and Gardner Minshew standing in his way. Starting games this year, yes. Next year, if you allow Carson Beck to keep you from taking a quarterback in the draft, I'm going to have to check you for an IQ. Like, do you even have one?
I agree. That when you talk about this upcoming quarterback class, gosh, I Cleveland Browns fan, I'm salivating, waiting to figure out what's going to happen. As long as we are terrible and all signs point to kind of the Browns being terrible this year. We could maybe have the pick of the litter. We could maybe get Arch Manning because Arch Manning might not be the number one guy to go. CJ Carr could be that guy.
He could be.
So this quarterback class is so absurd how many guys there are. I agree. Even though I do like Carson Beck. I want Carson Beck to succeed. You know, he comes from a military family, so there's a little bit of homerism taking place in here.
Yeah.
It would be wild to be like, nah, we're good with Carson Beck. When you have all the guys that we're going to set the record this year, right? First round quarterbacks?
Yes.
10? It could be 10?
I think it was 8 to 10.
8 to 10, somewhere in that range. Man, this year's going to be insane. But Cardinals fans, you have a little bit of things to look forward to. The guy you took in the second round didn't look like the worst thing ever. He was playing against future plumbers and insurance salesmen. But, I mean, he looked pretty good out there.
But I mean, you see, to me, Arizona's going to be a team that picks second, third again. That's where they'll be. Last year, I had no, I mean, I didn't expect that you were going to take Jeremiah Love when you had already, signed a running back and had two others.
All
on the
of
roster
us
already.
lost our minds in the draft, like that draft room when that happened.
But I mean, but I can get down the path of, okay, so there wasn't a quarterback to take. We took the best player that was on, that's on our board, right? Jeremiah Love will be electric in the NFL, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. I mean, that guy is going to be. He might be the one to set the market next.
Yeah.
But he could easily be a guy who is in that discussion 3 years from now with Bijan and Jameer, like we talked about in the first hour. That was kind of my point. Was there's nothing in between now and then it's going to preclude that.
It's Jancy, and then assuming that Jancy comes to all of his potential that everybody saw. But yeah, then it's Love who does the most out of the backfield.
We're going to have to wait 2 years to find out who gets the stupid money. Right, because at that point, it will be those guys that you mentioned in the first hour, Quinshaw Judkins and Travion Henderson, and that was a decent running back class. So if those guys have excellent years for the next 2 years, then they could possibly be the guy who gets money that doesn't deserve it, along with Ashton Gianti, unless he gets way better. But yeah, I got taking Jeremiah Love, and then let's take the quarterback next year. I don't foresee them taking another player like let's say, one of the edge rushers in this class. Would you gamble if Carson Beck is decent on taking a guy in the second round and then bring in competition? No, I'm going for the best guy I can.
Yeah.
I'm taking Dante Moore or CJ Carr or whoever you have at the top of that draft. So, I mean, it's a year that Carson Beck could have to prove himself and maybe get another team interested that doesn't play in that sandbox. Pittsburgh Steelers, maybe. Because they're going to be too good, I think, to pick very high.
Probably.
There'll still be a quarterback there that they could take, but maybe they would be willing to do that. I just don't see a future there.
I mean, 8-9 with Mike McCarthy sounds really nice, actually. And they're somewhere right in the middle of the draft range where the Pittsburgh Steelers can land. Sounds incredible for a Browns fan.
It's great, just great. Let's make that happen. There's not much to pull from the Hall of Fame game with the on-field product.
Right.
I mean, A.J. Dillon last night looked like he could be a starter again in this league. And
that's a fullback.
Right, that's not going to happen. But he was certainly mowing through the fourth-string defense of the Arizona Cardinals last night. Good for you. Go be the MVP of the UFL.
Oh, God. There's still
was that
good.
Too much of a drop?
There's good. No, when you're talking about the Hall of Fame game, no. I just don't want to distract from the fact that this is a joyous time of year.
Absolutely.
The NFL is officially back.
No doubt.
The event last night marked that, and thank goodness, because we need football more than ever right now.
Absolutely. The distraction is what really helps. We will be in the building on Saturday, and so tomorrow. Drew Brees, Roger Craig, Larry Fitzgerald, Luke Kuechly, Adam Vinatieri. That is one of the greatest classes of all time. I know there have been great classes, but that's certainly one.
Just it feels like a bunch of dudes. Drew Brees is kind of an interesting, kind of a nerdy kind of guy, but he just like his pregame speeches and the excitement that he brought to an entire city, and the fact that he chose New Orleans over his other options in Miami, and like the love that he is going to feel from the crowd and everybody all the Saints fans, because the Saints were not a team that was ever really chosen. It feels like, as a Browns fan, I know what that feels like. Your team's never really chosen, but Drew Brees chose them, took them to the promised land. So I love Drew Brees. And when you look at the career stats, it's just absurd. Over 80,000 passing yards.
Oh, yeah.
Retired as I believe was the career passing leader, which was eventually passed by Tom, because Tom played for forever.
Because he's Tom.
Because he's Tom. But, this is a guy that makes 100% sense. And I'm glad that he's not going to be in that conversation of greatest quarterbacks to never win a Super Bowl. At least he got the one.
Oh, yeah. And who could ever forget? It was burned in my mind, just the scene of him and his kid,
the baby. Yeah.
It just
confetti falling
with the earmuffs on.
Oh, yeah,
it was one of the most touching things I've ever seen. He's no doubt first ballot Hall of Famer. We have a string of those coming up, because I believe, and let me scoot a little bit so you don't hit me. Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, he is.
Okay, all right. I mean,
listen, as much as I hate Ben Roethlisberger, he is absolutely a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Well, trash human, but a great football player.
Correct.
I mean, he could just sling it all over the yard, but not the greatest of people.
I believe he was also trying to sling it all over the bar, which is why he's not such a great human. Oh, I got Tank. I got him to break.
Oh, that's a good one. That is brilliant. That is brilliant. But yeah, like next year, we've got Adrian Peterson, we have Ben Roethlisberger, and Rob Gronkowski.
Rob's going in for sure.
We have 3 automatic first ballot Hall of Famers next year, in my opinion. Now, you get the opportunity for some others to get in. The fact that Belichick, right? That's going to happen.
That's a guarantee. That's 100% he's going in next year. The only reason he didn't go in this year was purely political, I feel like.
I believe it was as well. We all mocked, relentlessly that decision was made. Or they wait another year. And in 2028, when Tom Brady gets inducted, they all go in together. Bill, Robert, Tom.
Oh.
You can't distinguish those guys from each other at all. So maybe in 2028, Canton, Ohio Hall of Fame weekend will be Patriot Palooza, and nobody else has to show up. The Patriots will have to play in the Hall of Fame game that weekend, by the way.
Almost certainly.
They will have to.
Yeah.
Because no one is going to show up that's not a Patriots fan, I don't think. Well, you have some Bucks fans, right? You'll have some of us Bucks fans will show up for Tom. But that would be, you talk about a place that you wouldn't possibly not want to ever venture. Would be the Hall of Fame ceremony where all of the evil empire is getting inducted.
They should.
That fan base is going to be so damn annoying.
Oh God, they've already been
miserable.
Annoying for the last 20 plus years. It feels like.
Oh yeah.
So now when they all go in, but I just hope that I don't want them to take another year. Now it would be cool to see all 3 of them go in together. It would be a real travesty and a shame if, for some reason, Mr. Kraft is not around when he is elected to the Hall.
Yeah.
Because he should be there.
Is he that close? I mean, I know he
is
at
a
any
very
moment
old
at his
man.
age, but I mean,
listen, I don't know how well Robert takes care of himself.
He's 85 years old. Yeah. Okay. All right.
So let's not delay this for too long. The man deserves to be there. Bill deserves to be there. Tom deserves to be there. They all deserve to be there, regardless of, I think, some of the things that maybe have happened in their history. Let's get that done so we're not having somebody go in posthumously.
Sure. I would say, okay, let's do Bill and Bob next year.
Yeah. We know Tom's going, and nobody even has to question Tom.
No.
If anybody says anything counter to Tom Brady going in, kick them off the voting panel.
Well, 2028 is Tom Brady, J.J. Watt. That's the headline.
Shoe-ins, yeah.
We know there will not be other years for their eligibility. They will be in, no doubt, first ballot. 2029, that's where we get another window where no spots are claimed, in my opinion, because Aaron Donald is the one on the list, and he will reset the timer.
He's about to reset the timer.
The timer's going to be reset this year. I'm convinced of it. I will be.
He wouldn't have worked out if he wasn't signing.
Huh?
He would not have worked out if he was not going to sign.
No, and he keeps working out more every day to test the body. And I said this yesterday. I don't think he's going to get to the point where he goes, I can't do this. Because he can. Because we all know what a freak he is. They're seeing it every day in the training room. Like, he's going to come back and reset that timer. So then I'm looking at a prediction for that class would be maybe was it Jason Kelsey? Julio Jones?
Julio could go in for sure.
Not on the first ballot, though.
Yeah.
I don't think he is.
I don't know if Jason Kelsey goes in first ballot either, though.
I don't think you typically see centers do that.
No. So, man, that's...
So that's the year. That's a year that you have the ability to get some of these guys that have been waiting around forever. Torrey Dam Holt. I'm not sure what's holding this up. I don't know who he has naked pictures of that they're afraid to put him in the Hall of Fame. But that guy should have been in the Hall of Fame 10 damn years ago. Receivers just get. I can't wait till we start having conversations about these guys.
Oh, Jamar Chases and our Justin Jeffersons and all. If anybody, just shut your mouth if you're not going to put one of these guys in the Hall of Fame.
Right. By that time, maybe the limitations will have widened up and we'll have a whole lot more wide receivers going into the Hall of Fame. But also with the level of competition, what makes an elite receiver changes, and. So guys like Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, we know they're probably going to be there at the end, as long as they have, 5 more years at the pace they're playing. They're locks.
Well, Justin Jefferson's going to have to find somebody who can throw him the ball.
Oh, they will. I think
probably next year.
I think next year Kevin O'Connell's actually going to go after Baker Mayfield.
That is that is one place that we did not talk about when we brought up Baker Mayfield that I actually think could happen. There should be some familiarity there since the Rams system.
Oh yeah, it's all the Rams system, but we can make it work.
JJ McCarthy, I let Evo convince me into the fact that he might be a reasonable starter in the NFL when we were going through our draft evals. I did not like him, and I got swayed, and I should not have let Evo do that to me. But he wanted J.J. McCarthy. He has been a J.J. McCarthy stan. Now he's got to deal with J.J. McCarthy and Kyler Murray. Honestly, bringing Baker into that situation means that Hard Knocks absolutely has to be in Minnesota if that happens.
Right. We've got a little bit of a break, like I said, coming up in the no doubt first ballot Hall of Famers, because from this year you had Jason Witten didn't get in, and he's to me no doubt a Hall of Fame tight end.
Yep, I agree.
We've talked about Frank Gore before on this program, and that is coming in 20 years.
The ageless wonder, Frank Gore.
Yeah. Right. As many years as you forgot Frank Gore was one of the top running backs in the NFL is how many years he's going to last on the ballot. So it's probably 15 and a half.
Yeah. God, he was so good for so long.
He was so steady for so long. Yeah. Eventually, he'll get his shot. But Phillip Rivers.
That's that quarterback that never won a Super Bowl.
No doubt Hall of Famer to me.
Yeah, agreed. In that conversation of Dan Marino, greatest quarterback to never win a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. Julian Edelman.
Oh. That's such a hard conversation because what do you weigh more? Do you weigh personal accomplishments or team accomplishments more when we're getting into the Hall of Fame?
2028. just do it all at once.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, make it an exclusive New England Patriots weekend in 2028. None of the rest of us have to show up. Right? You can own Hall of Fame weekend that weekend.
To that crowd.
Right. Right. You can hold out Gronk next year just because, he's not smart enough to have responded to the email invite to the vote for the Hall of Fame. So you delay him till 2028, and then you just do Edelman and Gronkowski and Brady and Belichick and Robert Kraft, and there you go. It's just New England Patriot weekend. Canton, Ohio, 2028. Make it happen. You're in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville. Mike Carlisle of Raw Dog Sports sitting in for the Big Ginge, who's taking a nap over on the sofa. We'll be right back.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
Rich tropical humidity hangs tough through the Carolinas into the weekend forecasts and all the way into next week. Rich humidity off the Atlantic. Temperatures in the mid-60s for tonight with slow-moving downpours and thunderstorms drifting northeast. More thunderstorms for Saturday, 81, and afternoon storms Sunday, 83 degrees. Chance for afternoon storms Monday and Tuesday with mid and upper 80s. I'm meteorologist Scott Larimore. That's the latest Weather Channel forecast.
This report is sponsored by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Only pay for what you need. Why pay full price when you can customize and save? Switch to Liberty Mutual, and they'll customize your auto and home insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Let's not have any lane violations. Your time-saver traffic on ESPN Asheville.
Line delays, future 26 eastbound between Broadway Street and 240. 26 eastbound slowing between Brevard Road and the French Broad River. 26 westbound delays between Brevard Road and I-40. 40 eastbound slow between Smoky Park Highway and the 26-240 split. 40 westbound slow between Brevard Road and the 26-240 split. Haywood County 40 westbound slow between Fines Creek Road and the North Carolina-Tennessee state line. I'm Lee Minfield with your time saver traffic.
This report is sponsored by LifeLock.com. Your bank may reverse a fraudulent charge, but if a thief is using your name, you need real protection. LifeLock helps remove exposed personal information and restores your identity guaranteed or your money back. Get LifeLock at LifeLock.com and use promo code ALERTS for 30% off your first year.
When you're planning your next job, options matter. Now in stock at Lowe's, get the roofing brands you trust, including GAF, Owens Corning, and CertainTeed, with more colors to choose from. Shingles and accessories are in stock and ready to go. And when you're on the clock, we help keep you on schedule. Order by 4 p.m. and get next day job site delivery on select items as early as 6:30 a.m. At Lowe's, we have your back on the job. Delivery Monday through Saturday in select zip codes, subject to availability.
A lot of apps like to say they're free until they ask for your credit card. iHeartRadio is different. No required subscriptions, no trial periods, no surprise charges. We make money from our advertisers, not from you. It's the same radio you've never paid for. Live radio stations, playlists, podcasts, and artist stations, all in one app. So if you haven't already, download the free iHeartRadio app. Free radio. Always has been, always will be. Now wherever you go.
iHeartRadio. Now here's your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Fun. That's fun. Enter it now.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
At Ingles, whether we're celebrating Friday night rivals, televising college basketball games, bringing the Fan Fest to semi-pro soccer, or taking you out to the ball game at your minor league park, it's all in the bag. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
The Sportsocracy.
It is ESPN Asheville. We are the Sportsocracy. And the Ingles Living the Dream Tour rides again. Cleveland, Ohio is our current status. Canton, Ohio is our destination tomorrow. It's going to be another wonderful day at the Hall of Fame festivities. Really is the perfect way to kick off the season. And, really is the perfect way that the teams, treat this game. It should be all about the Hall of Famers.
It absolutely should be. I mean, this weekend is designed to celebrate lifelong career achievements.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody that's going in today, tomorrow, next year, it doesn't matter, has dedicated their life, everything that they have to getting to this point. The idea of spending your every waking moment, because there's not a single guy that I guarantee that's going to go in that didn't give anything and everything that they had all the time. It's the pinnacle of what the NFL, what football can be. So I'm excited to see just the raw emotion of I have worked my entire life away for this moment, and to just see how happy that those people are going to be.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We have the backlog of guys that we have to sort through here. Jeremy always makes fun of me that I want to let everybody in, and he's not all that wrong. Because most of the time, if you wind up on one of these lists as a finalist or a semifinalist, there's a reason that you made it this far, and eventually those guys get in. We just delay when you're going to get in. Right. Marshall Yonda has to sit on this list for 12 years.
Probably.
Before he finally gets the respect that he deserves. We only shine the light on 5 or 6 a year, and that's the thing that kills me. Is because I think that in the span of history, because to me that's what getting elected to the Hall of Fame means. Mm-hmm. In the span of history, you were one of the greatest to do it, and I feel like that's a pretty large class.
Yeah.
And true or false, we have more stars now than we ever did.
True. I think that the caliber of athlete that we see today is just absurd. As a former athlete myself, I'd love to sit here and be like, oh, I could hang with. No, even in my best days, there's no way that the athletes are better now. They're bigger, they're faster, they're stronger. So we're seeing all these guys do incredible things on the field, but everybody else around them is also doing incredible things. Back in the day, there were only a handful that really changed the way the game was played or were insanely special, like your Barry Sanders of the world that just couldn't be touched. Now those guys are popping up more and more. The athleticism is just at such a high level that I do think that we will see. It's going to be harder to elect some of these guys maybe down the line if this is the process that we continue, where they got to wait for however long. But these guys now are some of the most explosive athletes that the NFL has ever seen, and you want to hold them out. That's going to be tough to convince the fans of.
Yeah, not just NFL. The greatest specimens human history has ever seen. Right? They didn't build them like this back in the day. They did not. Right? Nobody back in the day would have ever expected there would be an Aaron Donald. Like, that guy did not exist. That guy was Goliath in the Bible. That's, I mean, historically speaking, that's probably more accurate than you want it to be.
Yeah, no, for sure. Because, God, the way that these guys are just built now. You bring up Aaron Donald, Myles Garrett. You look at these guys, and it's just like, that's not fair. We can have a long discussion about all the things that are fair and not fair in sports and biology and all these things. Those guys are genetic freaks, and they have a distinct advantage over everybody else. It doesn't matter how much you train. Those guys are insane. They're not normal people.
I don't know where the turn comes, right? It's, for me, it's hard to predict, like, when these guys could age out of the process, right? At what point, when the new wave of talent comes in, right? I mean, I think I mentioned a little while ago, J.J. Watt's coming up in 2028. And, you know, when like T.J. Watt comes through and those guys get added to the list, who gets left behind? And typically it is guys like Marshall Yonda who have to end up, you know, because they're no longer semifinalists anymore. Because they're just not quite right there. Like a guy like Fred Taylor. Right? Fred Taylor has been a finalist twice. He wasn't this year.
Right.
He got left out this year because, like, Frank Gore got more votes. Frank Gore kicked Fred Taylor out. And to me, that sounds absolutely insane.
Fred Taylor, at the top of Fred Taylor's game, was the best back in the league for 3-4 years probably. They were insane down there when he was running all over the place. Frank Gore stuck around the league for an eternity and was very good for a long time. Top 10 back. I love Frank Gore. I love his tenacity. I want him to go. I want him to go in the Hall of Fame too. I want to join you on the let's put Frank Gore in the Hall of Fame train.
Well, to me, I feel like there's no way a guy who is third all time in rushing is going to get left out. Whether he was the most electric guy in the league for 10 years or not, he's going to get credit for that.
Well, and when you consider the running back spot, longevity should be a plus, not a detriment. Like, oh, he had to play this many years. Well, he was a running back, and he could play that many years, is the way we should be having that conversation when we're talking about running backs.
Yes.
Because their lifespan is shortened. We just talked about it earlier.
The longest tenure as a finalist for the Pro Football Hall of Fame is Reggie Wayne.
The fact that he's not in.
See, that's where I'm at. It's like,
it's that wide receiver bias thing.
Why does it take this long for us to go, you know what, the guy's been a finalist. Like, if you're a semifinalist 5 times, just 5th year, we'll just go ahead and put you in. Torrey Holt's at 6. Willie Anderson, who was a beast among men in the NFL for a decade, has been on this list 5 times. Without getting the proper support, you know, the number of votes that you need to get out. What is it, like 70% of the vote or something like that? 5 times. 70? It took 5 times. Darren Woodson's at 4, and he's another one that, I mean, he's gonna get in eventually.
You think so? For sure.
I had no doubt in my mind. Jari Evans. I mean, he's right up there with Willie Anderson. 3 times he's been a semifinalist and hasn't gotten in. How long do you make him sit and wait? But you've got to clear that whole Eli Manning.
Yeah, well, I think that one's coming to fruition at some point.
I got it. It just clicked in my head. You do the best thing you possibly can do. You hold all the Patriots till 2028, and Eli Manning's the end of the class.
There we go. That's it.
You get father and son on the same ballot. Look at that. That'd be an ultimate troll job for the Pro Football Hall of Fame. It's a very tough call to make for me every year, because I know that these guys deserve to be there.
Yeah. Reggie Wayne most certainly deserves to be there. I got Saner Sports in here saying, how is Reggie Wayne not in? I don't know. That's insane to me. Those Peyton Manning years where he was just incredible. One of the most explosive offenses you've ever seen in the NFL, and it was still kind of a little bit antiquated back when they were doing it. So I don't understand why he's not in. There's a couple guys on this list that, as I'm seeing it scroll past here, like, man.
Oh yeah, I mean there are a lot of guys that they get to be semifinalists, and eventually they work their way in to the group. But is there going to be a point where we stop caring about Torrey Holt or Reggie Wayne? Is there a moment where you start, where enough people go, okay, the new class is too good? And look, next year, I think it's Ben. I think it's Gronk. I think it's Adrian Peterson. I think they put Eli in.
Eli going in the year that Arch gets drafted, like the Manning. This feels like that might be a.
This is a marketing business.
I'm not going to try to just say that there's some sort of conspiracy here, but it is a business.
What if Eli's inducted next year and Arch plays in the game? Number 1 draft pick. So just. And he'd have to play. I think he would have. That's not one that you're allowed to go, no, we're not going to play our number 1 pick. Like, for the ceremony of it. Yeah.
Especially your uncle's going in here playing in that game.
You're going to have to play in that game, buddy. I'm sorry. I mean, we're not going to play you long. We're not even going to ask you to do shit. Anything. Excuse me. I almost flubbed on that one. We're not going to ask you to do anything. All we're going to do is just ask you to hand off the ball 2 times, and you're done, and you just go to the sidelines.
Yeah, which that's the only thing you would want him to do. You give a couple handoffs. If we get a first down, I need you to go down, act like you're hurt for a second, so I can pull you off the field. Do not do anything else, Arch. Hand the ball off if you're playing in the Hall of Fame game. Hopefully, maybe my Browns will be playing in the Hall of Fame game, and Arch will be that guy.
Maybe.
I'm going to be excited about that. Potentially very, very excited about that. I feel a new
for you to get
in.
into the Hall of Fame game, that would possibly mean that you'd have to, have somebody going into the Hall of Fame. And that's not happening. That's not going to happen for a long, long time.
Josh Cribbs? Where's Josh Cribbs on that list?
We're not putting Josh Cribbs in. No, if Reggie Wayne and Torrey Holt and Robert Kraft are not good enough, which, by the way, I do love this. I'm looking at the official Hall of Fame website right now. And the semifinalist
That's not
list,
his name.
And the finalist list has Roger Kraft as a semifinalist or a finalist for this year's Hall of Fame class. Wow.
Zero respect for Mr. Kraft.
Dang. Wow. Ouch. You're in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville. Heard everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. We'll be back right after this.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
It's game day. Are your moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keeping you from the action? Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, could help you get back to the game. Skyrizi is proven to help people feel significant symptom relief, achieve remission, and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine for adults. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's or ulcerative colitis. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's and ulcerative colitis combined. Learn more at skyrizi.com or 1-866-SKYRIZI.
Some apps say they're free, then come the fees. Not the iHeart app. It's 100% free. No required subscriptions to access the best live radio stations, free playlists, podcasts, and more. Download the free iHeart app today.
iHeartRadio. If you run a business and need to get your message to your next customers fast, nothing is faster than audio with iHeart. Let us help you reach the audience you need to grow your business at the speed of sound at iHeartAdvertising.com.
Ever since they started clearing yards after Helene, the Chainsaw Brothers stay committed to helping rebuild Western North Carolina.
Whether you have a dead tree dangling somewhere dangerous, or you need to clear years of overgrowth, tree trimming, or tree removal, we can get the job done.
It's fully insured and licensed work from local professionals you can trust.
Residential or commercial jobs, we got the tools and the crew.
Call the Chainsaw Brothers today at 316-1013. That's 316-1013.
Follow us on Facebook to see how we treat our family. And check us out at chainsawbrother.com.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of urgency, timely, responsive, focused, prioritizing you as our customer and the community that we serve to do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
For more information about contests on this station, go to espnavl.com/rules.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have: Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
The Sportsocracy.
Back live from Cleveland, Ohio. I'm Tank Spencer. He's Mike Carlisle of Raw Dog Sports. And this is the Ingles Living the Dream Tour for Hall of Fame weekend. I mean, the Frank Gore slander just always just, no, he was not the greatest every year. He was pretty damn great for a long time. for a long time.
So long.
I mean, he was on the all 2010s team as named by the Pro Football Hall of Fame and the writers. So I'm pretty sure I'll trust their judgment.
Yeah, all-decade team feels like you should at some point probably make the Hall
Yeah.
of Fame. You're one of the best of your generation,
Mhm.
so you should be in. I feel like that's a very good measuring stick for yes or no, this guy gets in the Hall.
Yes, I believe so. And he is third career all-time rushing yards in the NFL.
16,000 even? Is that right?
16,000 even.
He's like, you know what? That's good. 16,000 sounds good. That's a good round number.
Emmitt Smith, Walter Payton, Frank Gore. That's the class you live in. And yes, your career was longer. And no, I'm not making the argument that he needs to be first ballot Hall of Famer and we need to, hang posters on every wall and whatever. No, but eventually, at some point, he could sit there for 8 years. But you're going to have to eventually let him into the Hall of Fame at some point.
Yeah, it definitely feels like you will. I mean, and I don't have a problem with that. Of all of the great 49ers that we've had, Frank Gore feels like the everyman. Like everybody could enjoy Frank Gore because he was just a dude that showed. If you love football, you probably love Frank Gore. Showed up, went to work every day for 20 what year? Was it 20 years?
It was 15.
Okay. Well, it felt like 25.
It felt like
a quarter of a century. Frank Gore was in the NFL, and you probably enjoyed watching him run because he ran hard. He played his tail off the entire time. So I don't have a problem with how long you play. I mean, because if we're going to get into that conversation, let's talk about Emmitt Smith and how long he played trying to break Walter Payton's record and get that.
14 years.
Yeah, so old guy who just one less than Frank Gore. It's not a big difference there. So,
I mean, great. He did have 2,000 more yards than Frank Gore did.
Emmitt Smith was a better running back than Frank
Of course he was. Of course he was. But also, I mean, at the time, Fred Taylor was a better running back than Frank Gore was. Fred's first. You got no qualms from me on that. Just don't try to tell me that he doesn't deserve to be enshrined in Canton. Jeremy just didn't
from the rafters.
He doesn't. Sure. Richard Sherman's another one. Richard Sherman is one that is, I believe he's up next year. And he's one of those that I think, how long does he last?
I feel like Richard Sherman is going to be one of those guys that kind of gets held out for a little bit.
Really?
I'm not
He's got
saying
enough haters?
Yeah. I think that he made enough enemies with his brashness that there might be some people that are like, nah, we're going to make Richard wait. I mean, if you talked about just his Seahawks days, was just incredible. The Legion of Boom is, I mean, it's still talked about today for a reason. That secondary was absurd.
Mm-hmm.
And his battles with the 49ers and then playing for the 49ers, honestly, the 49ers just need to probably pick a new stadium. They might have more Hall of Famers soon if they would get away from that power substation. But Richard might go in. I don't think the power substation got him.
Which still is like, hey, Mike, buddy, I get that you may not have wanted to play with Baker anymore, but you're a guy who struggles with hamstrings every year.
Soft tissue is
anyway.
Just
and you decided to move next to the Springfield power plant. Good job. You really knocked that one out of the park. Could have made a better choice, in my opinion. Next year, also first ballot opportunities for Cam Newton. Not close.
No.
Antonio Brown will never.
I don't think he
will.
should. As a player, Antonio Brown should absolutely be in the Hall of Fame. He was
we can't.
Incredible. But there's no way. You couldn't give him a microphone and let him talk in front of all those people. No. And all that media about how he was one of the greatest wide receivers ever, because he was.
He was. How much worse, though, is he than Terrell Owens?
I think he's probably substantially worse.
Markedly worse than Terrell Owens. And Terrell Owens was a guy that deserved to be a first ballot Hall of Fame.
Yeah, it's true.
And guess what they did?
They held T.O. out for a while.
They held him out. And hell, he didn't even show up to the ceremony. Yep. Remember, he did it in Chattanooga.
Yep, decided I was going to do it somewhere else. You didn't want me there when I should have been in there.
Mm-hmm.
Not coming to your ceremony.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Honestly, you're talking about 2028, the Patriots class.
Yeah.
What if Tom just says no? You guys wanted to hold out Mr. Kraft. You wanted to hold out Bill. I'm not coming.
Could
Real
be.
Power play there.
It could be. I don't know.
I mean, Tom's too vain for that, I think. And he probably want to definitely be there.
I don't know if Tom cares, honestly. I think Tom actually might be the one that made it not happen. Like, they're not going in the Hall of Fame before me. I built this. You can hold them till 2029. I built this. This is my team. I'm going into the Hall of Fame first. I think the disaster in college that is Bill Belichick.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, have we heard anything else on Steve? What have they said? What his deal is? Steve Belichick is dealing with something.
Okay.
Some kind of a medical issue. He's not coaching at Carolina right now.
Okay.
He will be back at some point, but they said the other day that he's dealing with some kind of medical issue. And, of course, there are a lot of people who think that maybe he's on a bender or in rehab or whatever. But I think maybe you're just guessing too much. But I think the Belichick hard feelings are there. I think the Kraft hard feelings are there. They don't have any hard feelings with Tom Brady.
Well, no. I mean, Tom is now in that owner's area as well. So Tom kind of gets to do whatever he wants. He's always kind of done whatever he wants. And now since he's retired, is very much more so doing whatever he wants. The roast of Tom Brady. We're anticipating Tom probably is going to be in WWE. You guys are a big wrestling show. Tom's going to the WWE, right? With all the works that are happening with him and
Logan Paul.
Yes.
I don't think you're going to enjoy it as much as you think you are. I mean, to me, this is not like Kevin Greene coming in and sacking Hulk Hogan or Shaquille O'Neal or Karl Malone.
What is Tom going to come in there and do?
Exactly.
Hit you with a strawberry daiquiri or whatever green juice that my trainer made for me.
His finisher is going to be throwing avocado ice cream in your face like the Great Muta. I don't understand what appeal he's going to bring in the ring, but I mean, I guess we'll see.
I mean, it's
right?
Tom Brady. I mean, he's the best football player of all time, so he's popular.
It's a storyline, and it gets people to look at you. And you know what? That's the name of the game. When you're in media and you're the lead analyst for Fox Sports, and you already own an NFL franchise partially, you pretty much get to call your shot on anything. So I would say if Tom Brady was the reason that they were holding out on support for the other two, it's all going to go according to Tom. But Hall of Fame weekend is here. Tomorrow we will be at the ceremonies with the new class of the Hall of Famers. Be sure to follow the social medias as we are putting more stuff out. The girls are cooking up some really funny off comedy stuff. They had us play a little game today, and they'll be putting up reels of that on the social medias over the course of the weekend. So stay tuned. At the Sportsocracy, at Raw Dog Sports. Mike Carlisle, another great job. Always appreciate you joining us on the show.
Thank you for having me on again, man.
Listeners over on the iHeartRadio app, you can flip it over to Fox Sports Upstate. Jeremy Greene and the Canton, David Smith of Great North Sports will be carrying the Greenville show today. We will see you back here on Monday.
ESPN Asheville. Your mountain weather forecast.
Rich tropical humidity hangs tough through the Carolinas into the weekend forecasts and all the way into next week. Rich humidity off the Atlantic. Temperatures in the mid-60s for tonight with slow-moving downpours and thunderstorms drifting northeast. More thunderstorms for Saturday, 81, and afternoon storms Sunday, 83 degrees. Chance for afternoon storms Monday and Tuesday with mid and upper 80s. I'm meteorologist Scott Larimore. That's the latest Weather Channel forecast.
This report is sponsored by Discover. With the Discover Cashback Card, it's payback time when you earn cash back on everyday purchases. Activate and earn 5% cash back at different categories each quarter on up to $1,500 in purchases. It pays to Discover. See discover.com/5 for details.
Zipper merge, people. It's not that hard. Your time saver traffic on ESPN Asheville.
240 westbound busy on the Captain Jeff Bowen Bridge. Future 26 eastbound busy between Broadway Street and 240. 26 eastbound slow near Brevard Road. 26 westbound slow approaching I-40. Haywood County 40 westbound slow between Pines Creek Road and the North Carolina-Tennessee state line. I'm Lyndon Fuel with your time saver traffic.
This report is sponsored by LifeLock.com. Your bank may reverse a fraudulent charge, but if a thief is using your name, you need real protection. LifeLock helps remove exposed personal information and restores your identity guaranteed or your money back. Get LifeLock at LifeLock.com and use promo code ALERTS for 30% off your first year.
Ice Cube's Big 3 season is heating up. The most competitive basketball league on earth is on CBS this Sunday. The two best teams go head-to-head as Coach Nancy Lieberman and Greg Monroe's Dallas Power take on the one-seed Chicago Triples, led by Coach Dr. J and Captain Montrezl Harrell. Then Coach Gary Payton and the Boston Ball Hogs battle Nasir Kaur and the Detroit Amps in a must-win game for Boston. The game played the way you love. Watch live Sunday on CBS at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific, and catch replays Monday on BET. Presented by iHeart.
I scream. You scream. We People are going to think you were raised in a barn or by wolves.
Yo.
Or raised in a barn by wolves.
Fortunately,
Wyman stainless steel 3-in-1.
What'd it do?
Not much. How was that game last night?
It's the best preseason game I think I've ever seen. And now, that's a very low bar.
Right.
Is it Dave on?
No, that's Trey.
Trey. What's up, Trey?
Yo.
Mike said, what'd it do?
What up?
Mike's making a lasagna that smells so unbelievably good.
I love lasagna.
I do too.
Oh,
Woo! Woo! I do too. I love lasagna.
it's so good. I have to name you Garfield.
Oh, I love lasagna. Doody doo 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 doo.
Your the temperature in your house get any better?
So it is so unbelievably cold in here right now that even I'm cold.
Really?
I was sitting on the couch going, I kind of want to lay under that blanket right there, but I don't want everybody in the house to call me a girl. So I didn't, but I thought about it. Christiana's laying on our bed, huddled up in a snugget.
I mean, I guess it's better than being hot.
Yes. I mean, but if you do want to warm up, you can go to our bedroom, and you will melt in about 2 minutes.
You just get your exercise in.
I had to go up there to brush my teeth, and in the duration it took me to brush my teeth, I was sweating by the end of it.
That's wild. Yeah, no, thank you. I'll pass on that one. I'll do well with hot. I get ornery.
As do I, my friend.
Oh, I talked to Carl earlier. He came in and was looking at we were kind of going over like the Weiner line and stuff. So
let's go.
He still seems to be interested, so that's good.
Let's go. All right, here we go, boys.
Got about 5 seconds.
$48 million extension with $46 million guaranteed.
Ooh, Tank, let's play a fun game.
And welcome into the Sportsocracy.
Brought to you live by Ingles Markets. Low prices, love the savings.
What? Wait, you don't like peanut butter and jelly?
It's the year of the quarterback.
Old Trip and May over here.
And we have a super chat.
And then he set the freaking house on fire.
You make my brain hurt sometimes.
Now you know you can't say the wordy dirds on the radio box.
We're all the way down the rabbit hole now.
Fire them cannons, by golly.
Being a Jets fan, toxic.
It's a football Friday. And for the 2027 mock draft, the Panthers take...
Tank needed our help to download Instagram. First reel he ever posted. 19 million views.
You're in the Sportsocracy. We'll be back right after this.
My penance in hell is going to be following Tank Spencer around with a camera.
You can find us everywhere you go on the iHeartRadio app or catch us on YouTube.
We have breaking news. Tank, hit the button.
Oh, it's a great day to be alive, ain't it?
Oh, yeah. I lived in Greenville for a couple years. Absolutely loved it.
You boozy. It is 104.9 FM, Fox Sports Upstate. Sportsocracy time, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into the show. You can be a part of it. Just give us a call at the call-in line, 864-240-5480. Text line, 864-777-9593. You can also comment on the YouTube stream. Just go to the sportsocracy.com, click the live video link. Be sure to subscribe to the channel so that you can get into the chat that way. You can get in touch with us also by using the talkback feature on the iHeartRadio app. You got your phone out and listening, just hit that little talkback button right next to the station name and leave us a message. Hot take, question, whatever. We'll be watching those as well. Another way we can incorporate you into the festivities here on the Ingles Living the Dream Tour, live from Cleveland, Ohio. We are at the Half-Ass Mass House and Salon.
We're just adding things.
There's way. Yes, I'm waiting for somebody to go tan on the deck so we can add that to it.
Oh, no doubt. This is, beyond a shadow of a doubt, the most estrogen we have had in any of these houses.
Mike Carlisle of Raw Dog Sports, who did the Asheville show with me just a little while ago, he's starting to take his shirt off and go outside so he can start tanning out on the deck so we could be the half-ass mass house salon and tanning.
And day spa. We are a salon and day spa.
Welcome into the show, Hall of Fame weekend. Man, I went to the game last night with social media manager CeCe. We had an
single
amazing
greatest
time.
preseason game in the history of the NFL.
Yes,
that's a low bar.
Sure, but I mean, final possession, Haynes King gets the touchdown, and now you have the Bryce Young haters around the Carolinas that are going, well, Haynes King, hey, look, he makes throws that Bryce Young can't throw. Stop talking.
Oh, let me kill this quickly. If you walked away from last night and went, can you believe how good Carson Beck or Haynes King was? I need you to go to the mirror. I need you to look yourself right in the eyes and just go, stop it. Stop that. Stop being the way you're being right now. That was a preseason game where we had more future Walmart workers than we had future NFL players.
Yes.
There are guys. All right, I do 500 players per year ranked. There were guys last night that I saw on the screen and I went, I don't know who that is. You made that person up. I think they were just in Canton and you went, here's a jersey. Would you like to be a member of the Arizona Cardinals tonight? Let's go.
It does kind of feel like toward the end of those games, or I guess toward the end of the halves, right? Because they worked it in cycles. Toward the end of the first half, toward the end of the second half, you could have just held fan contests and just allowed, it's like fantasy camp, right? Like the dudes do those baseball fantasy camps where 50, 60-year-old bankers will pay buku amounts of money to the Atlanta Braves so they can go down to spring training and play for a week on the field. Like, you could have done that, and it would have meant as much to what is going to happen in the upcoming season, in my opinion.
The reason that I didn't go to the game, I was really afraid that they were going to ask me to catch some passes from Keaton Slovis in the fourth quarter. And I don't think my knees can take that at this point.
Right.
So I stayed back.
Look, it was entertaining for all the fans that were there. The throng of Carolina Panthers fans that are up here, real excited. I just saw a second ago a video of a tailgate yesterday where Steve Smith and Trey Boston were holding dance club with the Panthers tailgate. Cool, it's cool atmosphere. Do not try to learn anything from the Hall of Fame game as to what your team is going to be.
Did Steve Smith call me fat again?
No, but
was he working with Trey Boston and stop in the middle of it and go, hey, I forgot to tell you, I met this radio guy that covers the Panthers and the Carolinas, super fat. Looks like Logan Paulson if Logan Paulson exploded.
It's like if you put Logan Paulson in a microwave and it puffed up like a marshmallow does when you put it in the microwave.
You know
that's kind of what.
You remember the Shrinky Dinks? We used to put them in the oven. He looked like a Shrinky Dink version of Logan Paulson. If Logan Paulson got stung by an entire hive of bees, this guy looked exactly like him.
The Shrinky Dinks got smaller.
I never played with him. I didn't have a childhood. I was actually born 17 years old.
This is very true. He was born with a cigarette in his mouth
and a natural light in the other hand.
In his hand.
and I was shooting dice and trying to get on the blackjack table.
Oh, man. I love the atmosphere around the Hall of Fame game. And still the coolest thing I saw yesterday, I believe, was the Drew Brees jersey on the Tom Benson statue.
That was solid.
That's just one of those statement things that you walk in and you're like, this is our place.
Yeah, you got a picture of that I saw. The funniest thing that I've seen so far was listening to you and Mike Carlisle talking about next year's class.
Yeah.
And how you think it's going to be a Patriot takeover.
No, 28.
28
2028. We could do a.
Well, you got
we
Gronk
could,
next year. He's getting in next year.
Well, I mean, I'm saying though, if they just wanted to, they could save all of us the trouble from having to see any New England Patriots go in and just do them all at once. You hold Gronk back a year. Tom Brady's up in 28. They fumbled the whole Robert Kraft, Bill Belichick thing this year, so you hold them back. Julian Edelman is the first ballot candidate next year, I believe.
Yes.
So you could throw him at the end of that class.
If Julian Edelman gets in before Reggie Wayne or Torrey Holt,
we're fighting. You can load them in next year. You can trade them for Gronk.
So I think you missed the funny part. The funny part was that I didn't have a microphone when Mike Carlisle said, I don't know how good of care Robert Kraft takes of himself. And I had a literal stroke to keep from screaming out. He takes a very hands-on approach. I swear to you, I almost exploded.
He just couldn't help himself.
I could not help myself. It was too easy.
I still think also they should do that and then tack on to the 2028 class Eli Manning. And let's just watch the fireworks happen.
I'm out on that one just solely because Eli Manning gets in.
He's going to get
There are certain people that I will fight to the death. They do not belong in the Hall of Fame. Eli Manning is one. Frank Gore is one. Any other kicker in the history of time that's not the one going in tomorrow.
I think you put in all of those quarterbacks from that draft class in together. Ben Roethlisberger, he'll be a first ballot next year. You put Eli in. You put Phillip Rivers in.
Maybe we could do a
them all
class
next year.
So I saw that The Voice is doing a celebrity edition.
Yep.
Maybe we do the Hall of Fame the same way, where we just have 1 year where we put in everybody that nobody wants to see get in. So we put in Eli, we put in Frank Gore.
There you go.
Slew of other guys. And it's like the Hoff House, no one cares. Leap year. Hall of Fame leap year. Nailed it.
That was kind of my argument for 2028, was if you did that in 2028, nobody would really have to show up for that. The Patriots fans would eat that up. You'd have to have the Patriots in the Hall of Fame game, so only one other team that they could play, and that would be the New York Football Giants for Eli Manning. And we could just all watch from afar as Canton turns into one of the most annoying fan base battles for 4 days. Just spitballing here. I think it'd be a great reality TV show.
I saw a list that I think it was FanDuel put out earlier of the most likely player on every team to get in the Hall of Fame. And I didn't notice it at first, but 31 teams, there was a player. Like the Jets was DeMario Davis. I mean, a lot of them made sense, but then you really tried for that one. And next to the Jacksonville Jaguars, they just wrote not applicable. And I don't know why I thought that was so funny, but it was absolutely hilarious to me.
This is guys who are not eligible yet?
The guys on
Fred
the current,
Taylor needs to be on the
guys
list.
on the current team.
Okay.
And Jacksonville was not applicable. They found one for the Browns. And in Jacksonville, they went, nah, we're good.
Denzel Ward.
That was the one.
He's the one. He's the only Hall of Famer that you can even start that conversation with the Cleveland Browns. Now that Myles Garrett's gone, which, I mean, that's the one. That's the one that Browns fans will look forward to because, I mean, he's their guy.
No doubt. We have our first text of the day.
Okay.
Get involved with the show, 864-777-9593. It's from our guy, Bill Workman. Said, how much overhype will come from Haynes King Hall of Fame game performance?
You're seeing it right now.
It will be a little bit, but I mean, we'll be realistic about Haynes King. The one that you're going to hear just a boatload of ignorant things about is going to be Sid the Sloth, Carson Beck. I mean, I guarantee you, every show in the state of Arizona today has lost their mind on, look what we did. Mm-hmm. Carson Beck, we got a franchise quarterback in the third round. No, you didn't.
Good luck.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. And you know what? There was a throw last night where I went, that's everything I need to see, because that has been the problem with him forever. There was a play on the first drive last night, and I can't remember who he threw it to, but it was a little slant, was an inside cut. Will Lee was the corner, and Carson Beck throws one. This kid is literally, all he had to do was snap it and throw it. And he waited too long. He waited till the receiver actually broke open, and Will Lee made a great play on the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And I went, that's why you're not an NFL quarterback, because you have done that. You did it at Georgia. You did it at Miami. And now I've seen you do it here. That right there is why you're not an NFL quarterback.
On the stat sheet, Carson Beck had a great game.
Against future painters, plumbers, and insurance agents.
On the stat sheet, Keaton Slovis also had a great game.
Keaton Slovis, who at one time was a tight end at USC.
Mm-hmm.
That guy went 9 of 10.
Putting up stats in a preseason game does not really matter.
We lose our minds about preseason games. And I don't know why we do this time and time and time and time again.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I learned from last night? Virtually nothing. I learned, you know what? Carolina's receiver room, a little deeper than I thought it was. Because Jimmy Horn looked good. I thought John Mechie looked pretty good. I am worried about the tight end room more now than I was, because Jatavian Sanders playing with that group is concerning. Because that makes me wonder if they actually think the tight end's Mitchell Evans.
Isn't he hurt?
He is hurt, yeah.
Okay.
Should be back in a week or two, I think, was what I saw.
Yeah.
But for Jatavian Sanders to be catching reps in the Hall of Fame game is a really bad sign for how they feel about him.
Oh, absolutely. Should they feel better about him, though? I mean, he needs all the work he can get.
He just needs to stay healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Got a caller?
The phone line for the program, 864-240-5480. Caller on the line back in the Ingalls studio in Greenville. Caller, who's this?
Hey, Jeremy, this is Rocky.
Hey, Rocky, how are you, my friend?
All right. Talking about the Hall of Fame, you just catching you, and you talk about players that play for multiple teams. You mentioned in the Browns and Myles Garrett. Well, Myles Garrett, he predominantly was a Cleveland Brown. Let's say, he's going to the Rams. Let's say he wins a couple of Super Bowls and plays a few years with L.A. All right, and he retires, and it's time for him to get into Canton. And I think it's Aaron Rodgers. He's probably going to go in as a Packer. I would hope so, think so. But
based off what he just said about the Jets, I'll promise you it won't be as a Jet.
Multiple teams, and then you go into the Hall of Fame, and who the heck you going to represent? You know what I'm saying?
Well, the Pro Football Hall of Fame is not like the Baseball Hall of Fame.
You don't have to declare a team for the hat.
You don't have a hat on your head that tells you what team you played for.
Okay.
So the bust itself is just plain, and then there's a crystal base to it, or a shelf that it sits on, and it just says who you played for. So what years you played for them. So everybody is represented across that.
Okay.
Yeah, and I did hear you say this on your other show, and I meant to say something about it, but everything is on there. It's the team name and the
city.
It's the city and the nickname. So like Washington Redskins players are in there as Washington Redskins players. Just wanted to point that. But yeah, it's not like I remember having this big discussion when Wade Boggs retired. Right, and Wade Boggs had been the greatest third baseman for the Boston Red Sox of all time, and he won a World Series with the New York Yankees. But he went in as a Tampa Bay Devil Ray. That was the hat that he chose to go in with, and that was a weird choice. That was a weird choice you made, but it's not like that in the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Well, how was your experience last night in the football game and everything?
It was really good. It's always a fun atmosphere. I love the Hall of Fame stadium. Tom Benson Stadium is unlike any other place I've ever been. It's a high school stadium, but it is. I akin it more to like a minor league like a high-end minor league baseball stadium, like a AAA stadium. Because it's got levels to it, and it's got a big concourse with a bunch of concessions.
Big press box.
Big press box, yeah, absolutely. But that's all on one side of the stadium. And the other side of the stadium is smaller, considerably smaller. And it's like open air. You can see out from one side to the other, to the interstate on the other side. And at night, it adds this really cool, like down home atmosphere.
The one thing you mentioned, the interstate, and I told you last night or yesterday evening that I took my son there. He was like 11 or 12 or something like that. Just at a prime time to be able to appreciate that, and it's the first time that either one of us had gone. I mean, my gosh! But you're right. The interstate there, and you drive and you can see it all. You can see the hall there. You can see the stadium. You can see everything just riding up and down the interstate there in Ohio.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, now, it was close to 30 years ago when I went, Jeremy. So, I mean, but I got to think probably a lot of it's still about the same, and there's not a whole lot you can do there around the whole thing. And I don't think you're going to add unless you just dig deeper or add another floor to it.
Well, they did get a huge influx of cash. I want to say like 3 or 4 years ago that added like the big pro style video boards and stuff like that. So there is a bigger production that goes on than you would imagine in a high school stadium.
I saw it last night on the NBC broadcast. You can just tell that it's funny. The concourse on the video board side is almost all new.
Yeah.
And you can tell even looking at it on camera, that part was built at one time and then they added this. And when they did the flyover, it was super obvious.
Well, I guess probably because it's on NBC now in today's environment. Like I say, longer they've been playing the Hall of Fame game preseason, but now it's so much more, and now it's on national television. Now it's a little more. So I can only imagine you're probably gonna try to doll it up as best you can.
Yeah,
to make it look really good.
It's a
for
phenomenal
television
experience.
and all that kind of stuff too. So, I guess that's what they've done. But like I say, it's been a few decades since I'd been up there. But nonetheless, but it was good to hear you talking about being up there, and I know you were probably just giddy as anything. I can only imagine.
Absolutely. It's always fun just to see the fans get a closer, because it is the most intimate atmosphere you'll ever be with your NFL team, because you're right on top of them.
Well, I mean, and there's a kid in all of us, Jeremy. So if you can get up there and get some of that kid that's still in you, okay? Don't ever let that go.
Absolutely.
Right? Don't ever let that go. Even at my age, I still have that kid in me when it comes to it. So about certain things. So it's always fun, and it keeps you sane a little bit.
I am really looking forward to. So far, the highlight of the trip for me was Christiana, our social media manager. She got to meet Mike Tomlin last night. So she got like right there to Tomlin, and that was the highlight of the night. She had taken all this great footage, but the one thing she really wanted to show me was Mike Tomlin. And he gave her this really weird look that I'm going to use moving forward for social media.
One of the big things, trying to meet somebody, and back in the day when Eddie Fogler was the head basketball coach at South Carolina, and and then he had retired after having some success down there, and I'm a Gamecock fan, and I was living in Columbia and that kind of thing, and my son was going to high school down there, and they had a golf tournament, at a club there just to raise money for the high school. And I said, well, you know what? I think I'll just enter. But I didn't enter it as part of a foursome. I said, you know what? I'm just going to pay whatever the individual amount is, and whoever I play with, I play with. It's one of those things. But there's nothing wrong with that, and I really kind of like that because you get to meet new people. So I get and I pay my money. I want to think it was like $80 or whatever, or something like that, and then you got all the food and the beverages and everything at the end of it. And I get my pairing, and I am paired and going to be riding with Eddie Fogler.
Nice.
And so we got there, and I put my bags in the cart, and then Coach Fogler's is in the car, and we're sitting there, and I just sat there, and a lot of people are coming and talking to him about, obviously, he was former assistant under Dean Smith for all those years at North Carolina, and I got North Carolina ties from my family. And so I'm sitting there, and I'm like, you got to be kidding. I get to play 18 holes of golf with Eddie Fogler in the same cart. And then we're sitting and been sitting there about 20, 25 minutes, whatever. And and then I got this, well, Rocky, they put me with another group, damn it. And so I had to take my clubs out of the cart and go to another group, and that sucked or whatever. But at least for 20 or 25 minutes, I got to sit there and I didn't even talk basketball with him or anything like that. I just talked, I don't know, what adults talk about. You know, I'm not trying to be somebody that is a fan, or I didn't ask him for his autograph. Maybe we talked hoops and that kind of thing and just talked sports, but nothing about, it was just one of those things. I wanted to try to be just like a regular dude and not some guy who's trying to hound somebody.
And he loved it.
Information.
He absolutely
you know what
loved
I mean?
No, that's I'm not an autograph
guy.
guy.
Cool. It was so cool, and he's such a great guy. And he's from up north. I don't know where, but Fogler was great, and so that's kind of one of those situations where you're with somebody and you just like, how do you act? Well, just act normal, you know. Just act like you're at a bar drinking a beer. You know,
Rocky, we appreciate the phone call, man. We got to run to a break here. Always great to talk to you.
I appreciate it.
We appreciate you, Rocky.
It is 104.9 FM, Fox Sports Upstate, the Sportsocracy. It's that easy to get involved in the program. Just give us a call at 864-240-5480. 864-240-5480. Hit us up on the text line as well, 864-777-9593. And if you get a quick comment, just hit that talkback button on the iHeart Radio app and leave us a message. We'll be right back after this.
4-9 Fox Sports Upstate traffic.
Into rush hour on your Friday afternoon, and
you want to stack these together,
we
Trey?
are dealing with that accident.
Yes, sir. I can do that.
It's on.
I looked down and saw what time it was. I was like, whoop.
Mile marker 25.
Yeah, we kind of overshot that first one.
Backing up toward Highway 107.
Rocky has a tendency to
be careful if you're.
We love
moving
Rocky.
through that
We do
area.
love Rocky.
Things are, like I say, stop and go the entire way. Starts up here near Highway 81 and goes all the way back to 178. That's your latest check. Time saver traffic.
This report is sponsored by Think It Up. Think It Up is an initiative to activate student-powered, teacher-led learning projects. Students and teachers, how can you spark great learning experiences in your classrooms today? Join at thinkitup.org.
Hey, this is Hayes Davenport.
And Sean Clements.
We host the podcast Hollywood Handbook. Every episode, we're trying to help our guests improve their careers by mainly focusing on how they can help us improve our careers.
The show's famously super accessible, so you can easily jump into any of our 650 episodes and understand what's going on.
We recommend some of our recent episodes with Ben Stiller, Danny McBride, Riz Ahmed, and Mary Steenburgen.
Listen to Hollywood Handbook on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Hollywood Handbook and start listening on the free iHeart Radio app today.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this rush hour ad to keep you calm, which could help your driving. And science says therapy is great for a healthy mindset. So enjoy this 14-second session on us. I think you've done everything right and absolutely nothing wrong. In fact, anything that hasn't gone your way could probably be blamed on your father not being emotionally available because his father wasn't emotionally available, and so on. And now that you're calm and healing, you're probably driving better too.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
Hey, this is Dewey from Dewey's Pawn Shop. It's time to get ready for hunting season. So come by Dewey's Pawn Shop where you'll find the best selection of new and used firearms in the Upstate. We have handguns, shotguns, and rifles. Great prices on guns and ammunitions and optics like Zaworski, Night Force, scopes and binoculars. Dewey's has a large selection of Beretta and Benelli shotguns in inventory. Remember, Dewey's buys, sells, and trades guns, gold, and diamonds. Located at 5900 Augusta Road, online at deweyspawn.com.
When you see this in your kitchen,
The stainless steel fridge is covered in fingerprints.
you hear this.
Leslie, people are going to think you were raised in a barn or by wolves or raised in a barn by wolves.
Fortunately, Wyman Stainless Steel 3-in-1 cleans, shines, and protects to give you the best shine. A spray and a wipe will have your fridge shining like a mirror.
Wow, my fridge looks brand new. Your fridge looks amazing, Leslie. Sorry, I was being a little dramatic earlier.
Your kitchen says a lot about you. Let it brag with Wyman.
Unlock the savings at Boost Mobile and save up to $600 a year. I've been scouting these big carriers for a minute now, and I've seen them pull the same play 1,000 times. They promise you the world, then hit you with a price hike right when the game gets tight. But Boost Mobile, their $25 a month unlimited wireless plan is the most consistent player on the floor. No contracts, no price hikes. Unlock the savings today at boostmobile.com/unlock. Based on average annual single line payment of AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile customers compared to 12 months on the Boost Mobile unlimited wireless plan as of January 2026. For full offer details, visit boostmobile.com.
Now here's your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Dollar. That's dollar. Enter it now.
Do you have a question about your home? Y'all call Wally.
Welcome to Y'all Call Wally with Waldrop Plumbing, Air, and Electric's Wally the Walrus.
Hey there, Dan.
Let's go to our first caller. Stuart, you're wondering if your AC is working as well as it should.
Wally, when I feel the air coming out, it used to be like, cold, but now it feels more like,
I know what you mean.
Don't get me wrong, when I go to the beach, I like it to be, but at night when I go to bed, it needs to be,
Exactly.
You guys know this show is supposed to be in English, right?
Dan, if your air conditioner isn't delivering the cold you need, have one of our expert technicians look at it right away. A simple repair could have you feeling hurdy in no time.
I'm sorry, feeling...
I was born north of Sweden, Dan, so that's how I say it.
We're gonna get letters. Join us again next time, folks, on...
Y'all call Wally.
.com.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
On the Dan Scott Show, we get to do two of my favorite things. That's talk about faith and sports, bring them all together. 8 a.m. every Sunday, the Dan Scott Show, presented by Ingles, just for you here on Fox Sports Upstate.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
1049 Fox Sports Upstate Weather.
This is WIFF News 4 Chief Meteorologist Chris Justice with your forecast. High temperatures surge to near 90 degrees both days this weekend. Most of us stay dry with some sunshine both days, but there will be some afternoon and evening thunderstorms each day, about a 30 to 40% chance. Next week, we scale back the thunderstorm chances and scale up those temperatures.
This report is sponsored by Think It Up. Think It Up is an initiative to activate student-powered, teacher-led learning projects. Students and teachers, how can you spark great learning experiences in your classrooms today? Join at thinkitup.org.
Not all kids with crooked teeth can afford braces. Luckily, there's donated orthodontic services from the American Association of Orthodontists. Kids who qualify can be matched with a volunteer orthodontist. Visit aaoinfo.org.
And welcome into the Sportsocracy.
Brought to you live by Ingles Markets. Low prices, love the savings.
We have breaking news. Tank, hit the button.
Oh, it's a great day to be alive, ain't it?
Back feature. It's a great way to get in on the program. Call-in line is another great way. 864-240-5480. Text line 864-777-9593. Sweet baby Trey back there in the Ingles studio, downtown Greenville. You know, next time, Trey, you're going to have to come with us to the Hall of Fame. Have you ever been?
I've never been. I was excited to see, first ballot Hall of Famer Haynes King out there on the, football field. But unfortunately, I had to deal with just watching him there on the TV. So,
Mm-hmm.
But no, I would love to make it up there. Never been. It seems really exciting, and I'd love to just walk through the museum.
I feel like 2027 we should make the dream come true for Trey. Because Ben Roethlisberger will be in.
Oh, for sure.
Oh. And I think we need to go ahead and mark that down. So we need to work on his backup.
We need to work on a backup for Trey.
He'll be able to make the trip with us.
We need a Trey 2.
Yes.
Trey 2.
Trey 2.
Yes.
Need the Trey I to run it. Yeah.
Trey I. That's so good. That is so good. And I'm going to use that for bad. I know I am. Got Jeremy GPT and Trey I. Let's go. Trey, we had obviously we've got all the girls with us, and they had this social media thing that's apparently going viral in places where they just take 4 random things out of their makeup bag and they hand them to the guys.
Oh, okay.
Can you tell me what this is without reading it? Yeah, that'll be out on socials later. Well worth the watch.
We had some good moments. There were some good moments.
At one point, I said, I think my wife has more masks than any luchador wrestler in the world.
Yes, because I was unaware that ladies have masks for hair, and it's not a mask. It's like something you spray on your hair, and that's a mask.
Yep, and I sprayed it in my face. Because I saw mask and I went, mask go on your face, and they went, nope, that's gonna burn like fire.
Nope,
you got the beard though.
That's gonna burn like fire. You're gonna regret you did that, and I did very quickly.
Yep. $100 million for Mr. Skoronsky.
It's a solid look. Peter Skoronsky is one of those guys that because he plays for the Titans and that team has not been good, he doesn't get the love he deserves. If you're telling me that Osiris Torrance got $80 million, Peter Skoronsky should have gotten $800 million. And I loved Osiris Torrance. But to hear Joe Brady say he's one of the best guards in the league, I'm not sure he's one of the best guards on the Buffalo Bills, bro. I saw the number yesterday on Osiris Torrance, and my first thought was Peter Skoronsky just said so many slurs.
I did not see any of that, and I thought you were messing with me.
Oh, no, he got $80 million.
That's disgusting.
He got $80 million and has been an absolute liability at times. I loved him, and I still think he can be good. But, whoa, boy. You talk about paying a guy at the top of the market, that was shocking.
You're paying a guy for what you hope he'll be rather than what he actually is. And I feel like most of the time that doesn't work out for franchises. Interesting you'd stick your neck out for a guard.
Skoronsky deserves every dime he got.
No, sure. I'm still baffled by the $80 million for Osiris Torrance.
That was the thing.
It's aggressive.
What I think happened is that Buffalo said, we'll give him $80 million for the rest of his life. That'll be in perpetuity. We'll pay him until he dies. And the contract work, they went, nope, can't do that.
However long you want to play, that's up to you. Minimum of 12 years.
And then you
can have the $80 million.
And then you may have paid off what we actually just paid.
Oh, man. Hall of Fame game last night. Great way to kick off the NFL season. And if you got high hopes for this season, let us know what they are. Hit us up at the call-in line, 864-240-5480. 864-240-5480. We have a caller. Caller, who's this?
Tank, Jeremy, Trey, what's going on, fellas?
Oh, I knew we were going to hear from Chad today.
How about them Panthers?
Did you feel good walking away from last night?
Super Bowl.
Oh, are you going to the Super Bowl based off the Hall of Fame game?
Yeah, I'm calling it.
Let's go.
We're going to Super Bowl. I done seen enough. One game was enough. We're going to Super Bowl.
Nice. On a scale of 1
but,
to...
fan stands for is short for fanatic. So,
exactly.
I am a fan.
And that's totally fine. On a scale of 1 to the ceiling is the roof, how good do you feel about Haynes King after last night?
Man, I kind of like watching him play, man. He looked pretty good. Of course, everybody's just looking at that last play mainly, but that last play kind of reminded me a little bit of Cam Newton, man. The way he just kind of took off and run and scored.
Yep.
I believe the evaluation I gave on Haynes King when he was going through the draft process is Haynes King would be Tim Tebow if Tim Tebow grew up in a house with lead paint.
Are you trying to say that Haynes King is not smart?
No, he's just a little bit less than Tim Tebow at everything. He also has one of the longest throwing motions I've ever seen in my life. But I will say that kid is gritty. Mm-hmm. I mean, we said that when Carolina signed him. Trust me, he's going to find a way to make this roster.
I liked watching Haynes King when he was at Georgia Tech. He was a whole lot of fun in college football. And he's a whole lot of fun for a preseason game.
Man.
I don't think you're going to like that if you have to try him out there in a regular season game.
Yeah, he tore Clemson last year.
I'm just glad whoever fitted his helmet for the Panthers was better than when they fitted his helmet for Texas A&M. I just remember him looking like a dark helmet from Spaceballs because his helmet looked like it was about 7 sizes too big.
Oh, man. But it was a good game, man. I'm glad to see my Panthers win. I'm glad to see Kuechly get in. Them interview Kuechly. Man, it was a good night altogether, man. I enjoyed it. I'm glad football's back.
Yeah, aren't we all? We've been waiting for this moment for what seems like ages.
But man, y'all was talking about wanting to get Trey up there to the Hall of Fame. Theo Roethlisberger get in, man. I'll volunteer my services, man. I'll come in and punch all them buttons for you, Trey.
Hey, you've seen the board. You're familiar enough.
If I can program a snap machine for F1 to be at $2.25, man, I figure I can push some of them buttons, get you going.
Basically the same math.
All right. We've got you on the list of possibles.
No doubt. Here's the thing. They trusted me to do it. And that didn't go so hot, so I am not on the list.
We'll come down one day next summer, and we'll do Tank Spencer's fantasy radio camp, and we can teach listeners how to run the board.
Radio combine.
What's the price for that? Because I don't think you can say a number low enough.
It's actually a box of Little Debbie cakes, so he's already got admission.
Let's go. You show up with 2 moon pies, and Tank's like, you bought the VIP package.
And you bring a box of those Nutty Buddy oatmeal like sandwich cookie. Have you had one of those?
I don't. You just said a lot of words that I know what they mean, and everything you said, I was more confused about what you were trying to get to.
The Nutty Buddy cream pies. They've got peanut butter in the middle.
That sounds delicious.
They're covered in chocolate.
Ooh.
Okay, so I'm just going to – I need you to not mess with me.
No, this is a thing.
Because the Nutty Buddy is my favorite candy.
And it's
that whole campaign of what would you do for a Klondike bar, I will do B&E's for a Nutty Buddy. Like, straight up, I will commit crimes for a Nutty Buddy.
Oh, they're legit, yeah.
They're a legit thing, and they are the greatest thing ever invented.
The Nutty Buddy and the Nutter Butter. Very hard to say in the same sentence.
It was. I mean, it's one of the greatest marriages of all time.
Yeah,
between two things that are great.
Nutter Butter is pretty good. A little pack with 4 big ones in it. Man, I sell the mess out of those.
I will tell you. I'm not proud of what I'm getting ready to say, but it did once happen. I may have had 1 or 2 too many, and I had a jar of Reese's peanut butter and a thing of Nutter Butters, and I sat there and slathered Reese's peanut butter on Nutter Butters. Oh my Lord! I mean, diabetes was looking me in the face.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds amazing, though.
It was good while it lasted, and then afterwards, not so nice. I know you didn't feel good after that.
I did not, and I washed it down with a Baja Blast, if I remember correctly. I was just.
Oh God!
Was it worth the tummy ache?
Good night. Talk about all of the worst things of the things in life to wash down chocolate and peanut butter with. You chose Baja Blast.
What are you, a cop?
I mean, milk would have been a great choice. Chocolate milk would have been a wonderful
Milk's
choice.
the optimal
Chocolate
choice,
milk's gross. Stop that. Chocolate milk is gross.
You got to take your peanut butter and jelly and dip it in the chocolate milk.
I have so Chad, I don't know that we've ever talked about this on the show. I've had 3 glasses of chocolate milk my entire life. One of them was at the draft house this year as a punishment. Mm-hmm. I am repulsed by chocolate milk.
Oh, what's so bad about it? Is it too thick for you or something?
So my brain is, first of all, irrevocably broken. But I can't get my brain to understand why you would put chocolate in milk. In my head, that's like jam on. You remember when Rachel did that thing on Friends where she put jam in the trifle? Yeah, you weren't supposed to do that. It's that. I cannot fathom putting chocolate in milk. Chocolate's fine. I don't love it, but it's fine. I love milk, but I don't need it to be sweet.
Of all.
Oh, what the hell you drink? Buttermilk?
I'll drink a glass of whole milk like it's going to run away from me.
Jeremy only drinks goat
that's
milk.
Sweet milk. I mean, all the old folks always called that sweet milk. One with the red top.
Yep. I do like whole milk. You know what I don't like?
Good.
Yeah.
I just turned in this chair the wrong way, and I don't know what that noise was, but I have a weird feeling that whatever height I'm at right now, it's going to be substantially lower if we don't do something with this chair.
If we don't remedy that chair.
I believe IKEA did not assemble this chair quite as well as they should have.
It'd be just another shining example of the half-ass Mouse House salon and tanning.
Tank stepped on a nail earlier that was just exposed. What? He came down bleeding.
Oh yeah. I was like, it was not good. Just there's all kinds of things happening around this.
I think they could film a horror movie in here. They could film a horror movie in here and not need props. The house will take you out. All you have to do is just walk around here long enough, and you'll either have tetanus or typhoid. I don't know which one, but one of them's gonna get you.
Missing panels out of the wall. Did you notice that in your bathroom?
That's crazy.
There's just a panel of the wall that's not there.
When we got here, there was a closet door leaned on the closet. Like they didn't even bother trying to put it back in the hole. They just went door. We did put a door. I'm not sure the door fits.
Mouse did all that?
Oh, I don't know who did this. This is
varmints. I can tell you that.
Varmints?
It was rascals.
Heathens.
All of them.
Heathens.
Well, what about ghosts? Have you seen any ghost swingers up there?
I have not seen a ghost yet, but I'm going to be real honest with you. It wouldn't surprise me. Frankly, I think the ghosts moved. They went down the street to a house that was actually appropriately assembled.
The front porch lights flicker by themselves, and that's unsettling. As we're all just standing around, talking or whatever at 11 o'clock at night, and then all of a sudden the lights on the front porch just start going on and off. That is concerning, right? It's not fun.
I like that.
There's a guest book at the front door that's, and I saw it today. The first page says, "How would you improve this house?" And I fully plan on writing, "Burn it down." This bad boy is burnt. There is no fixing it.
Tear it down and start over.
Right. Yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing we did.
But otherwise, y'all having a good time up there in Cleveland?
We are. Tomorrow will be the full-on day. Everybody somehow wound up off on Monday, except for Tank and I. So we accidentally booked the house for one extra day, so it's going to work out nicely that we don't have to leave at like 6 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. I know tomorrow probably be a good time, man.
Yeah, we're gonna get down there early, do the walk through the hall, go to the bus room, film all the things, watch the induction, and then shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, y'all got it figured out, man. I wish I was up there with you.
The direct flights from Greenville to Cleveland are not that expensive. The only thing is that on the other side, you're going to be stuck in this house with us, and I do not recommend that. I mean, the invite's there, but I don't recommend it unless you've had a tetanus shot in the last 6 months. That's very important.
Yeah, I just got one of those.
Oh yeah, you probably did get one when you sliced your foot open, didn't you, Trey?
Ceramic and feet don't mix.
Trey's well prepared. We appreciate the phone call, Rocky.
Rocky.
I mean, Chad. Sorry.
Man, that was the last
Rocky
guy.
was the last guy.
Tank's struggling today. Tank had to stay up past his bedtime last night. He's a little worse for the wear.
You want to get in on the program? Hit us up at the call-in line, 864-240-5480. 864-240-5480. Text line 864-777-9593.
Chad, we appreciate you as always, my friend.
Here you go.
You got another caller.
Oh, well, let's go back to the call-in line. There's another caller. Caller, who's this?
This is Center Sports. How y'all doing?
Let's go. I saw Alec earlier say that Richard Sherman was better than Darrelle Revis, and I've been waiting for the right opportunity.
Oh, brother, I will go with it. Everybody knows that Antonio Cromartie was really that dude. Let's be real here. Can you name me the other corner that was on the other side of Richard Sherman on either the 49ers or the Seahawks?
Brandon Browner, who was basically just a slower version. He was just a slower version of Antonio Cromartie.
I think they were virtually the same person. My problem is where I knocked Darrelle Revis at is if he was the best ever and he's a first ballot Hall of Famer, why was he on the sideline in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, Darrelle didn't age particularly well. I mean, I'm a diehard Jet, and I will say those that say he's the greatest corner of all time, Champ would be probably my 2. Deion's probably my 1, but I would have Revis. Revis is on that Mount Rushmore.
He is up there. I do agree with it. I just go, Sherman's the best zone corner. Revis is the best man corner.
I'll go a step further than what you just said. I think Richard Sherman was the single best drafted player for a scheme in NFL history.
I agree with that 100%. 100%.
If Richard Sherman allows Pete Carroll to buy a beer ever in his life, he did it wrong. He should buy every beer Pete Carroll buys, drinks for the rest of his life.
Him and Marshawn, too, probably.
Marshawn was a good fit. Seattle, the thing about Seattle that's always struck me, they knew exactly what they wanted. They didn't care how you thought of a player. They knew what fit their system. And just look how many of those guys left Seattle and faded into complete oblivion somewhere else.
Pittsburgh was the same way.
Pittsburgh was really good at it. Green Bay was good at it for a long time.
Oh, a long time. I think the only person that went there that actually went to Green Bay and actually did anything was Julius Peppers.
Julius Peppers could have played for anybody. Julius Peppers could have played for the Jets and been a 15-sack guy.
I agree with that, too. I do agree with that. I did want to come on here and say one quick thing, though.
Okay.
So I don't know if you follow the recruiting much, and some of us in the chat do. So in 2028, tomorrow, a young gentleman by the name of Sam Sully is supposed to be making his decision on where he's going to be playing college football. And if you go and look at his X account and his Instagram, if you look at everything this little dude has posted, it's all Auburn related. And if you look at him, he's a 6'3", almost 200-pound junior who took over last year at, they think it was week 4. And when he started, he turned the season around and went 13-1 for touchdowns.
Is he a quarterback?
This kid is the real deal. If everybody's going to hype up Hugh Freeze on Deuce Night, Alex Golesh is going to get hyped up when he signs a 5-star that he signed 2 years early.
Auburn is they're a very interesting spot for me. Golesh has done very well since he's been there. I'm curious to see what it looks like on the field, but he is off to a pretty solid start.
Alec, we appreciate the phone call.
Alabama's in such a bad spot, and if they don't actually turn it around with DeBoer, because he's living on the last year of what Saban put together.
Yep. We got to leave it there, Alec. We are out of time for the hour. Got to hit this break. We appreciate the phone call. You can hit us up if you want to get back in on the show, 864-240-5480, 104.9 FM, Fox Sports Upstate.
49 Fox Sports Upstate traffic.
Middle of rush hour, we are still dealing with that accident.
How far over did we roll right there, Trey?
Before you get to Highway 81, it's off.
What do you mean how far over? We hit it.
Oh, we did hit it? I can't see
that's how we roll.
Tank screen is blue or something. I can't
Tank
see
hit it perfectly. Yeah, I felt bad having to cut him off, but I was like, I at least let him finish that kind of thought, and I was like, nope, got to go.
Yeah, that hard out at the end. That is the number one thing that I hate about Sound Plus.
I had it next gen too, the hard out. I mean, I guess I could technically it's not as hard as it's made out to be, especially this one because we're rolling into another hour. So we're flexible here. It's that final break that's really important to hit.
Right.
Download the free iHeartRadio app now. Deer season starts now at Palmetto State Armory with the Deer Season Kickoff Sale. From now till August 9th, gear up for this year's season with 10% off all hunting clothing and hunting accessories. Looking for a new hunting rifle this year? Shop our great selection with great prices, like a .308 Ruger American rifle for only $5.99, with 10% off select accessories with purchase of the rifle. Make this deer season your best one yet during the Deer Season Kickoff Sale at your local Palmetto State Armory.
Some apps say they're free, then come the fees. Not the iHeart app. It's 100% free. No required subscriptions to access the best live radio stations, free playlists, podcasts, and more. Download the free iHeart app today. iHeartRadio.
There are two kinds of guys looking for jobs in roofing. Some are looking for a job that pays money. Get a job with Chuck in a truck and you'll be up the ladder tomorrow. Driving nails, making money. Go to Guy Roofing, and tomorrow will be the first day of your next 4 months in a classroom. What's the difference between those two guys? Well, the classroom guy won't be making roofer money quite yet, but he'll be learning about safety and waterproofing techniques, how to avoid mistakes, and how to fix the mistakes made by guys who never went to class. The other guy will be learning on the job, and that job might be your house. Kind of guy who wants to be in a classroom listening to master roofers for 4 months before he even climbs a ladder is the guy you want on your roof. He isn't planning to be a roofer until he's tired of it. He's a guy who wants to be great at it. Guy Roofing. You got a roof, you got a guy.
Treat your pet at Tractor Supply with great prices on everything they need in just one stop. All summer long, we're adding new dog and cat products, over 200. Food, toys, treats from brands your pets love. All new, all at great prices, all at one place. So come in to save time and money. Leashed pets are always welcome. Shop in-store or online. Tractor Supply, your one stop for pets out here.
This feeling is brought to you by Aleve for Arthritis Pain Relief. What feeling is that? Well, it's the feeling you feel when you have relief from arthritis pain. It's that my hands don't hurt just holding things feeling. That wow, I can actually move well feeling. You know, that go about your day without worrying about every little movement or ache feeling. Oh yeah, because Aleve targets arthritis pain at the source of inflammation for long-lasting relief, so you can keep moving through it. Feel up to 12 hours of arthritis pain relief with one dose. Feel Aleve. Use is directed for minor arthritis pain.
Your shoulder is one of those things you don't think about until it hurts, until you can't reach overhead or put on your shirt, and waking up at night just because you can't get comfortable. Then you hear rotator cuff tear, pain from arthritis. You may need surgery. Hey, it's Richmond Weaver, and before you make that decision, consider getting a second opinion from QC Kinetics. Once a shoulder joint is replaced, there's no turning back. Shoulder surgery isn't your only option. QC Kinetics uses regenerative treatments, basically concentrating your body's own healing ability right where your shoulder is breaking down, so you're actually dealing with the source of the pain. QC Kinetics' #1 goal, to get you relief and keep you out of the operating room. Just in and out treatments that work around your life, not the other way around. So before you make a decision that impacts your future, like surgery, get a second opinion. At least see what else is out there. Call QC Kinetics today. They have a free consultation waiting on you. 864-766-8454. That's 864-766-8454. 864-766-8454.
If you run a business and need to get your message to your next customers fast, nothing is faster than audio with iHeart. Let us help you grow your business at the speed of sound today at 844-844-iHeart.
For victims of drunk and drug driving, our grief is unique. But you are not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call our 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org.
A lot of apps like to say they're free until they ask for your credit card. iHeartRadio is different. No required subscriptions, no trial periods, no surprise charges. We make money from our advertisers, not from you. It's the same radio you've never paid for. Live radio stations, playlists, podcasts, and artist stations, all in one app. So if you haven't already, download the free iHeartRadio app. Free radio. Always has been, always will be. Now wherever you go.
iHeartRadio.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
#1 on your car radio preset and the new and improved iHeartRadio app. From the Eagle Studio, this is WROO-FM Malden, 104.9 Fox Sports Upstate, an iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human. #1 on your car radio preset and the new and improved iHeartRadio app. From the Eagle Studio, this is WROO-FM Malden, 104.9 Fox Sports Upstate, an iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human. From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Isaac Lowenkron.
In Major League Baseball, the Athletics announced that they've mutually parted ways with general manager David Forst, who was in his 11th season as GM. The A's presently have a mark of 45-70. That's tied for the second worst record in the majors. In the NFL, Tennessee Titans guard Peter Skoronski has agreed to a 4-year, $100 million extension with $88 million guaranteed. That makes him the highest-paid guard in the league. The Buffalo Bills signed guard Osiris Torrance to a 4-year, $78 million extension through 2030 with $46 million guaranteed. The NFL suspended Indianapolis Colts cornerback Cam Taylor-Britt 1 game for violating the league's personal conduct policy. Back in January, Taylor-Britt pled guilty to charges of reckless driving and driving without a valid license.
Ooh, Tank, let's play a fun game.
And welcome into the Sportsocracy.
Brought to you live by Ingles Markets. Low prices, love the savings.
What? Wait, you don't like peanut butter and jelly?
It's the year of the quarterback. Old Trip and May over here. And we have a super chat.
And then he set the freaking house on fire.
You make my brain hurt sometimes.
Now you know you can't say the wordy dirds on the Radio Box.
We're all the way down the rabbit hole now.
Fire them cannons, by golly.
Being a Jets fan, toxic. It's a football Friday.
And for the 2027 mock draft, the Panthers take...
Tank needed our help to download Instagram. First reel he ever posted, 19 million views.
You're in the Sportsocracy. We'll be back right after this.
My penance in hell is going to be following Tank Spencer around with a camera.
You can find us everywhere you go on the iHeartRadio app or catch us on YouTube.
We have breaking news. Tank, hit the button. Oh, it's a great day to be alive, ain't it?
Oh, yeah. I lived in Greenville for a couple of years. Absolutely loved it.
The Sportsocracy is live on the Ingles Living the Dream Tour here on 104.9 FM Fox Sports Upstate. We are live from Cleveland, Ohio. Hall of Fame weekend tomorrow, the big day, where a new class of greats get their gold jackets. Luke Kuechly, chiefly among them, of course, for us here in the Carolinas. Drew Brees, Roger Craig, Larry Fitzgerald, and Adam Vinatieri making up a star-studded class of the Hall of Fame in 2026. Follow us on the social medias at the Sportsocracy. We've got some highlights posted from last night's Hall of Fame game at Tom Benson Stadium. We will have as many tidbits from tomorrow coming out as well throughout the day and the subsequent days after Hall of Fame weekend here. We've been having some fun in the draft house, or the not the draft house,
the Mass House.
The Hoff-Ass Mass House.
Mass House.
And salon and tanning.
We've yet to see the mouse. We know he's here. We can sense his presence. I still maintain there's a mouse cult here somewhere.
A cult?
Yep, just Mickey Koresh.
We'd have seen one. We'd have seen another one of them.
Mickey Koresh is just down here with his followers.
Austin Groves in the YouTube stream chatting in. That's another way that you can get in on the program with us. Talk about Jahmyr Gibbs getting paid. Got that big contract yesterday. The now puts him at $22.5 million AAV on the contract. 3-year deal that could be worth $75.75 million, and well deserving of Gibbs to set the market. He says LFG, Detroit are the kings of the North, and yeah, I think that's a safe bet to make this year.
It's my favorite bet, Detroit. And I said this yesterday. You were gone to the Hall of Fame game. I actually believe the Detroit Lions will be the 1 seed in the NFC.
There's a great chance.
And I have a full-on conspiracy theory. This is the year they're going to Super Bowl. Because with what Detroit's been through, do you remember how up they were the year they lost to San Francisco?
Yes.
Can you imagine having to play that game in Detroit? I don't think anybody can beat them. You get that game, and it has to run through Detroit, and you have to beat them in that stadium. I don't think anybody in the NFC can do it.
My question will only be, is Detroit that good?
I think they are.
Is Detroit capable? Sure, because many teams are capable of pulling off a win and beating a team like the LA Rams. There are several of them. But when it comes down to it, do you have the talent?
How ironic would that be? Now, I didn't even. You went a layer level than I thought about it. Can you imagine? Just take the word journey with me. The Detroit Lions are the 1 seed in the NFC because that schedule is just. I mean, it is Tank Spencer soft.
Yeah, it's gross.
They're the 1. LA loses a couple games. They wind up as the 2. And Matthew Stafford comes back to Detroit as the prohibitive favorite. Can you imagine how loud that place would actually be?
It'll be insane. It'll be a great atmosphere. It'll be one of the best storylines that we've seen in a long, long time. And Matthew Stafford will proceed to carve them up like a Thanksgiving turkey. I don't see Detroit as one of the. They are one of the best teams. They are not the best team, and I think that when they get to that point, they could very well just be another paper tiger. And we came through the softest schedule. We got the 1 seed, and guess what? We bounced out in the divisional round.
It would be. I think that would. Now that's low key what I'm rooting for, is we get LA Detroit in Detroit for a spot in the Super Bowl. That would be absolute cinema.
No doubt.
I mean, no doubt. It would be as good. That game would throw a 75. I mean, it would be insane. And I'm here for it. I am here for it. That's what I was talking about yesterday with you going to the Hall of Fame game. I want to see how close you can come to this.
Okay.
How many teams in the NFL have less than plus 2,000 odds to win the Super Bowl? So they're on the good side.
I'll say 8.
It's 14.
14. Okay.
I only had the numbers for 1 year, but in 2023 there were 7 the week of the Hall of Fame game. Because I had it randomly. I had it in a Google sheet, and so I saw the odds, and it was a preseason week. It wasn't the Hall of Fame week, but it was close enough for that it's comparable. We have 14 teams that are inside of plus 2,000. That's nanners.
Yeah. And Detroit's one of them. Has to be.
The Rams are at plus 550. They're the only team under plus 1,000.
Okay.
If you can get the Super Bowl champion right, and it's not the Rams, you will 10x your money. Minimum.
Nice.
But that's what I'm so excited about. There's so many teams that have so much. Even Buffalo. I don't love Buffalo, but I understand why you're excited. There are so many fan bases that I look at and go, I understand how you're geeked up going into this year.
What is Seattle?
I think they were.
Because I'm very
They were up there pretty high.
I was going to say, I'm very interested. If I could throw a clam at that.
11.
11? That's okay.
Yep. The Bills and Ravens are both plus 1,000. Seahawks are plus 1,100. Nobody else is better than plus 1,600. At 1,600 is the Eagles, Patriots, and Chiefs. The Chargers are at 1,700. The Texans and the Packers are 1,800. The Niners and Lions are plus 1,900. I may already have a shekel on the Lions.
Nice.
And then the Broncos and the Bengals are plus 2,000.
Okay. No doubt the Detroit record should be great at the end of this year. If it's not, as I've said several times in this offseason, we're going to have some questions about how good is Dan Campbell as a coach, because you have the talent here and you have a schedule that is ripe for the picking. I mean, 13-3 at worst.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, I think
13-4. Excuse me.
I don't know if you know this, but if you bet on the Cardinals to win the Super Bowl, and they actually do, the world will explode because they're plus a number that I don't think exists. I don't think the World Bank has that much money in it.
Is it just infinity sign?
It should be. I mean, they're plus 50,000. That may be the stupidest bet I've ever seen in my life. You mean I only make $50,000 on $1 if the Cardinals win the Super Bowl? There's a better chance of the Arizona Diamondbacks winning the Super Bowl this year.
He's not wrong.
I know I'm not wrong.
He's not wrong.
You want to hear? So Soaring Eagle, he texts the text-in line, which you can do at any time, 864-777-9593. And he went digging, looking for Carson Beck takes. Arizona Sports FM, 98.7. It's Dan Bickley. His Bickley blast today was, and I quote, I've had a lot of bad takes over the past 28 years. And if we're all lucky, my biggest apology is unfolding right before our eyes. Namely, that Carson Beck has what it takes to be a franchise-altering quarterback. That he will be the answer to Monty Ossenfort's prayers. And the most wrong I have ever been on a quarterback on a list that includes Kyler Murray, Max Hall, and Johnny Manziel. Beck was that good in his Arizona debut. He was poised. He played smart. He looked like a veteran quarterback with a ton of experience who had already played in bigger games than the Hall of Fame game.
He has.
He's never played in one less important than the Hall of Fame game. I mean, back to high school.
I mean, I would say, when Georgia plays Middle Tennessee State, that's less important to me than a Hall of Fame game.
All right. I want to see if, when I read this a minute ago, there was something that caught my eye, and I want to see if you noticed it. This is a man that just out loud said, I feel so good about Carson Beck. And in that, he had to say, I was wrong believing in Max Hall and Johnny Manziel. If you believed in either two of those guys, for more than 10 seconds.
You're not good at this.
You should probably believe less.
Yes.
Poor Mike Carlisle's making a face at me right now. He's a Cleveland Browns fan. I have a feeling that the belief was in never in Johnny, so it must have been Max Hall. Johnny Manziel, if there was a futures market to bet against a guy winning a Super Bowl, I would have bet my ability to have fun for the rest of my life. I would have bet my ability to laugh for the rest of my life that Johnny Manziel wouldn't.
Mm-hmm. He said if Johnny Manziel was a stock, I would have shorted him.
And I'm going to be really honest with you. I feel just the same way about Carson Beck. I feel 100%. The exact same way about Carson Beck.
I mean, Carson is. I said on the Asheville show today that I think Carson at his highest hopes could be like John Kitna in the NFL.
That's an insult to John Kitna.
And maybe so. Maybe so. But that's what you're looking at here. And you're letting a 15 of 19 performance in a game that meant absolutely nothing to no one, that Carson Beck is the future. He is the altering franchise quarterback.
I'm going to make a comp here, and this is the best way I can say this. The real life equivalent of betting on preseason game takes from quarterbacks. The only real life comp of how stupid that is that I can think of is a grown man starting to make wedding plans for his waitress at Hooters because she touched his leg. They mean the same amount.
Yes.
Literally, they mean the exact same amount. You understand that her entire job is to be nice to you. And she's been nice to every other person that's been in here today. That's where I'm at with Carson Beck.
Mm-hmm.
I would judge you less for buying a diamond engagement ring for a stripper that you met than I will judge you for buying into Carson Beck off last night. No, she liked me better. I saw it. Mm-hmm. Sure she did. Mm-hmm. Sure she did, Daryl.
We just pump the brakes on any of that stuff. It's, I mean, it's fun. It was a fun game to watch. It was a back and forth affair. They scored a lot of points.
It was fun.
Haynes King had his moment as well, scoring the game-winning touchdown in true college football fashion. But don't pretend that the Hall of Fame game is something to really be proud of. I mean, Carson Beck has played 100 games bigger than the Hall of Fame game in his career.
I've personally been in the building for bigger games that Carson Beck played.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, I think last night is probably the most meaningless game I've ever paid for a ticket for Carson Beck.
That's probably true.
And I believe I once sent you to see him play Austin Peay.
Mm-hmm.
I think that happened.
That's one of them. That's one of them. Okay, the Hall of Fame game. That's it might be a little more important than that. It is your first your first NFL snaps. So, I mean, at least there's that to it. It's not just going out to beat the snot out of somebody.
And look, old Dan Beckley here, I'm not trying to throw shade at him. This is what you're paid to do. You're paid to hype up the fan base.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm not paid to do? Hype up the fan base.
Exactly.
So I'll throw some truth bombs your way there, buddy. If you're counting on Carson Beck, you have made boo-boos. And the fact that he played last night and played as much as he did tells me everything I need to know. The Carolina Panthers protected Kenny Pickett more than that. They know he's a long way away.
Yeah. Did you read the rest of that?
I did. I love Soaring Eagle, but he says F1 things sometimes, and I don't know what that means.
He said, somebody tell him the bar is lower than the bar for entertainment at the Formula One Las Vegas Grand Prix this November with these acts. And sent the poster for the Backstreet Boys.
In the Sphere.
At the Sphere.
That part I understood.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who any of the other people are.
Sean Paul.
Oh, I didn't see that when it was below the fold.
Rule, man. Let's go.
Yikes.
Was Juvenile busy?
Natasha Bedingfield? Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Working for a music company, there are times that I see promotions will come down that have absolutely nothing to do with me, and I will look at acts and go, "How did you get there?" Like, I think it's one of the most interesting jobs in the world to me is a guy that has to book entertainment for a venue. And you pull up a name and you go, "We should book," and I'm not going to say there is one in my head, but I'm not going to say it. We should book this person. I remember watching Brian McKnight come to Asheville, and I went, "How'd you get there?
Mm-hmm.
How? Everybody else sick?"
It had to be cost related. And here's the thing: I thought F1 was
they make a lot.
I thought that was a big sport that had a lot of money.
Oh, and Backstreet Boys, that one was expensive.
And this,
I promise.
No, seriously?
Oh yeah. Backstreet Boys.
Gross.
I have a way to. We got to take a commercial break.
Yeah.
I have a way to find this out in the break. I think that number will blow your mind.
If it's more than $150 in free pizza, then you did it wrong, because I wouldn't pay that to the Backstreet Boys to come play a private show in my house.
Tank, you're not exactly the exactly the demographic they're looking for.
I'm not at all. I don't get that. Like I said, I expected F1 to be better because I'm told that they have money, and this shows me you had none. You're in the Sportsocracy. This is 104.9 FM, Fox Sports Upstate. We'll be back right after this.
Fox Sports Upstate weather.
This is WIFF News 4 Chief Meteorologist Chris Justice with your forecast.
Did you say we have a caller, Trey?
90 degrees both days this weekend. Most of us stay
Yeah,
dry
we do
with
have a
some
caller. It's
sunshine
Raven.
both days, but there will be some
cool.
afternoon and evening thunderstorms.
Sometimes you
today.
say that, and I second guess myself when Tank doesn't respond. I thought I heard it, but I wasn't sure.
This report is
I
sponsored
did.
by Progressive Insurance.
He's gonna hang on through the break.
Progressive Insurance makes
10-4.
bundling
Perfect.
easy
Thank you,
and
ma'am.
affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at Progressive.com or call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE.
It's the Marketer's Report. In this edition, Giovanni Martinez, Senior Director of Marketing and Innovation for Avocados from Mexico, weighs in on reach, frequency, and audio.
After researching and discussing with the team, we know that how powerful is audio. I mean, audio can really transmit emotions, and that's what we want. My company is so focused on performance. Every single thing we do, we measure it. So performance is key internally for the marketing team, and audio help us to do that, right? Because with the frequency, the reach that you can generate with that component is something that we always have as an add-on in our campaigns.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia connects marketers to all the audiences, live conversations, trusted influencers, and the insights and data you need to grow, and all guaranteed human. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartAdvertising.com.
You don't pay for iHeartRadio. Our advertisers do. That's why it's always been and always will be 100% free. Radio, music, podcasts. Download the iHeartRadio app now.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When you're ready to ride, you don't settle, and neither do we. Harley-Davidson of Greenville has the largest pre-owned inventory in the Carolinas, packed with the bikes riders actually want. More power, more attitude, more ways to hit the road your way. Roll into 30 Chrome Drive in Greenville and throw a leg over your next Harley. Or shop the full lineup at upstateharley.com before the best ones are gone. Harley-Davidson of Greenville. Ride like you mean it.
My name's Emily. I'm from Powdersville, and the Drive is my home team.
My name is Erica. I'm from Lawrence, South Carolina, and the Drive is my home team.
I am Connor, and I'm from Powdersville. I'm Jessica from Gear, and the Greenville Drive is my home team.
No matter where you are in the Upstate.
I'm Jeremy from Greer, and the Greenville Drive is my home team.
We're all a part of the Upstate's home team. Be a part of the Upstate's home team. For tickets, visit greenvilledrive.com.
Over 60 and retired? Making ends meet, especially at the supermarket, is tough. BenefitsCheckup.org is a free website that helps you pay for food, medicine, even utilities. Visit BenefitsCheckup.org.
Thing, Trey.
He played the Backstreet Boys on the show, and that's
here's the thing, Trey. You know who cuts all the checks? This guy.
Hey,
and I
Mr.
loved
Greene.
it.
Good Lord. I don't get the Backstreet Boys. I never have. When they were popular when I was in middle school, it was like, this is the grossest thing on the planet. What is happening right now?
Okay.
So you were more of an NSYNC guy.
I was 100% an NSYNC guy.
Oh, yeah.
Justin Timberlake's a god, and you stop.
I was an NSYNC guy. I'm not dogging him.
Tank's lying to you. He was more of a 98 Degrees guy because they were cheaper.
I only liked his wife.
You know, we all liked his wife.
100%
So
did.
I now know what it costs to book the Backstreet Boys.
Okay.
I want to play a fun game with Trey and Tank of which one of you can get the closest. So we'll rapid fire it.
Mm-hmm.
Throw out what you think it is.
For like a night?
Yep.
Or a concert or whatever?
Yep. One night.
$200,000.
Higher.
I was going to say 250.
Higher.
750.
Higher.
God, 1.2.
What did you say?
Out. 1.2.
Higher.
What?
You're not
1.8.
close. Higher.
4.3.
It is currently $2.25 million to run the Backstreet Boys.
That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
It is $2.25 million to run the Backstreet Boys. I used to do that, so I have there's an app on my phone that I can see what it actively costs. That's exactly what it is.
That is gross.
We're gonna turn to the phone lines and try to get back on the sports train instead of Tank's terrible music takes, which is hilarious because he routinely tells me how bad mine are.
They are terrible. If you think that's justified, you are insane.
No, I just knew that was I was actually a little low. I thought it'd be 2.5.
Gross. Again. Bad choice. It is 104.9 FM, Fox Sports Upstate. You want to get in on the program. It is 864-240-5480. We've got Raven on the line. Raven.
What's up, gentlemen?
How are you, sir?
I'm doing well, except for I feel a little bit attacked right now.
Uh-oh.
Dear.
Because I want you to know that much like Tank Spencer, I have changed many a life in a strip club. Okay?
Let's go. I did not know where that was headed. That was so much better.
Right.
I thought he was going to say I believed in Johnny Manziel. Your line was 10 times better.
I was so afraid he was going to. I was so afraid he was going to say that he was in like a Backstreet Boys tribute band or something.
Oh, with this voice? Oh my God. Okay. Then I'm going to ask you a question, and I'm going to get out of the way and let you guys do what you do.
Right on.
When evaluating the Lions. And I love your take on it. It's perfect. To me, it's spot on. I'm just worried about you falling into the same trap that everybody had when they were doing the same evaluation of recent 49ers teams. Meaning the team that trots out there for the opening kickoff and takes that first thing, the first series, wonderful, great. But we're talking about a season here.
That's actually a really good point.
You have got to talk about the second string. You got to talk about the depth of the team if you want to really appreciate them. we see that the 49ers did not have any of that depth. Once their stars were gone, they were limping like crazy. Is Detroit in that same predicament?
That's a really good call. The Lions are an interesting team. The Lions are an interesting team to me depth-wise because they are really – the starting lineup of this team is insane. I mean, I'm just looking at the offense right now going, there's not a hole. It's all good, especially if Tate Ratledge takes that step this year that I think he's going to. Mm-hmm. When you get to the defense –
he's a dog.
I don't think the offense has the depth. You know, like something Amon-Ra or you get to Greg Dortch really quickly. And I like Greg Dortch. But to go from Amon-Ra St. Brown to Greg Dortch.
And Dominic Lovett.
And Cedric Wilson, who I think is trying to play for every team in the NFL. Mm-hmm. That's such a good point. If the offense will have to stay healthy because it gets thin so fast. And the offensive line gets thin in a hurry.
If the 49ers could have stayed healthy, nobody would have touched them. But as we've seen for the last, 10 years, they cannot do it. They need a new trainer.
Oh, I'm convinced the 49ers built that practice field on like an ancient burial ground or something. I've never seen a team that lives this hard.
The defense, though, I mean, there's depth there.
I love the depth on the defense. As I'm looking at it now, the reason they have so much depth on defense is because I don't think they know who about half the starters are. The defensive line's pretty solid. I think the linebacking starter is pretty solid. But, I mean, Devin White, I didn't realize Devin White was on this team. Mm-hmm. Damone Clark. You remember how much I liked him. Derek Moore, I think he's going to be a freak. Quick on the opposite side, Aiden Hutchinson. I like Tyleik Williams. They are really deep defensively.
They're deep in the secondary, too.
They are.
I mean,
I love what Brad Holmes did. Yeah. Raven, this was such a great call. I love Brad Holmes because Brad Holmes knows what he's not good at. And so instead of adding that sixth defensive tackle, who I know there's no shot he's making the roster. And you can actually look at this. When you pull up their full depth chart, the 90-man that's in the preseason, you can see how many more players are on the defense because he knows he has more open holes there. Mm-hmm. So there's full competition all the way down to the fifth cornerback spot of, you know what, just because I used a draft pick on you does not mean I'm putting you on this roster. If you can't play, you will be banished out of Detroit. And I love that from Brad Holmes.
They got positional flexibility too. A lot of those guys double up, move over one step to the left or to the right, and don't miss much.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Problem is for me is going to be wide receiver room and the offensive line.
Tesla's going to have to make that. Tesla's going to have to make the star turn.
Yes,
and I loved him, and I'm just not going to quit him. I know it wasn't great in year one, but I think year two is going to be fantastic.
Yeah, and God forbid you have an injury on the outside of that offensive line. You're looking at Larry Borum real quick.
Larry Borum and Juice Scruggs. It's almost like the Lions looked at me and they were like, let me bring in the two guys that will make Jeremy Greene go the most vehemently. You better pray to God your five starters are in bubble wrap. Because if either one of those two play, you are in trouble.
That was my point. They're great on the surface, but how deep are they? All right, guys, I've just pulled up at the house, and I'm sure there's a bill collector somewhere.
Oh, dear.
Enjoying the show? Y'all have some fun.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate you, Raven.
Have a great weekend. 864-240-5480. That is the call-in line, 864-777-9593. You can text the program, and we've got a text from Rocky that says, hey, Jeremy, I'm curious if you went to see Robert Plant and Allison Krauss when they were in Asheville a couple of years ago. They were really good.
I didn't, but I think my dad did.
Probably.
I think my dad did. He always really liked Robert Plant.
Yeah.
I love Allison Krauss.
That is a hell of a show to see. I have
got
heard.
Another caller?
They've come through the Asheville area a lot. And it always draws a massive crowd.
Look,
now if Robert Plant wanted to come through with, Led Zeppelin 2, I would be interested.
I'm not a huge fan of the bluegrass music, but I can recognize greatness when I see it, and both of them are amazing together.
Hey, my history as a booker, I booked Luke Combs. So before anybody, long before the star turned. Also booked some that weren't great. There's one show specifically that I remember spending a decent amount of money, and it took about 3 seconds of them being off the bus where I went, uh-oh. They and Senator Socks have something in common, and I think it's how high they are.
The shocker of shockers.
Yeah, that one was... Those are always so bad because you just look around and you know I'm about to take an absolute bath.
Right. Did I hear we have another phone call?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go over to the phone line again. 104.9 FM, Fox Sports Upstate. The call-in line, 864-240-5480. Caller, who's this?
Oh, it's Alec again. How you doing again?
Hey, what's going on?
So I wanted to be on the other side of that Detroit conversation as being the true NFC team of the NFC, the LA Rams. I just don't understand. I want Detroit to get the #1 seed. You know how cool it would be to have Matthew Stafford not only have one of the toughest schedules on the planet with one of the hardest divisions, that spend his life being ruined in Detroit, to not only be the dagger that kept them out of a Super Bowl and then got their head coach fired. It's almost too perfect. You win 2 Super Bowls in your home stadium, something that no other quarterback, not even Tom Brady, has done. And then you see the stats that Stafford has put up there. If Matthew Stafford was with the Rams or even in St. Louis for his career, I think we have 2 people that are Tom Brady's and not one.
I will say, I don't know that I can get there because you got to remember there were some bad St. Louis teams. I mean, I remember Jeff Fisher very vehemently. Mm-hmm. That didn't go all that well. Now with McVay,
I do agree, but Steven Jackson was a weapon. And you think that Tavon Austin couldn't have been made good with Matthew Stafford, who made Cooper Kupp good, Puka Nacua a 5th-star pick, and who's going to make now C.J. Daniels, who's a really good receiver and made his name in college football, making clutch catches. Now you got the most clutch quarterback throwing to one of the best clutch catchers, and you've already got him with Puka Nacua teaching him.
Yeah.
Then you got Devontae Adams.
The thing about McVay, and it's there's not really a great way to quantify this, so I'm just going to use the one that you used. C.J. Daniels is a perfect Sean McVay receiver. I know he could explain this in a better way than I can. There is a look of how guys play. And actually, C.J. Daniels was one of the ones I said this about in the pre-draft process. I call it Jordan Whittington disease. I see a guy and I go, Sean McVay's going to love him. Why? I don't know. He just is. I know he is. Because that's exactly what, when I see him, I think of Puka. I think of a lot of other guys, of just how they work when you're not looking at them. Sean McVay knows exactly what he wants in a player. And that's what I was trying to think of a way to tie this into how Raven said it with the Lions. A lot of people would look at
not just characters.
For sure. A lot of people would look at the Rams and go, man, that team's not really deep. But then you go up and down the list and you go, every one of these guys is a perfect Sean McVay player. Now, obviously, if you lose a starter, you're going to take a hit to the backup. But he has built this team where I just go up and down the roster and go, there's just not a hole where it's not filled with exactly what he wants. Now, I look like Dylan McMahon.
So,
except for backup quarterback.
Yeah.
the building that he does that people don't realize. So when Aaron Donald retired, how did they handle Aaron Donald's retirement? You cannot replace Aaron Donald. So you know what they did? They got a unit to replace Aaron Donald. It was the same thing as Moneyball, as that little movie. Yep. They can't replace the human, but I can replace the stats. So if I lose a starter, my 2 guys behind him, Josiah Stewart and Laurel Murchison, I like that boy a lot. He doesn't get any of the credit that kid deserves, and there's a reason why he's still on that team, along with Tyler Davis, still running between the practice squad and getting on the team roster.
Oh, I mean, he's fantastic at finding guys that fit. I always find it to be so funny that the teams that have institutional stability, where you've had the same GM for a while, you've had the same coach for a while, they just know how each other think. And have you ever noticed that the teams that do that, they're successful? The teams that don't do that are just spinning around like dogs chasing cars. They wouldn't know what to do with it if they caught it.
But I would say that the difference between what Stan Kroenke's put together with Les Snead and McVay is much different than what others have, because these two, you can just tell their symbiosis is different. They are on a different level than I have ever seen, and I've been watching football since I was 6.
That's a well-run organization, and I like that you tied that into Stan Kroenke. I mean, that's who I give credit to. I mean, I've told Tank this before. I actually had one run-in with Stan Kroenke, and he's just such an impressive guy.
He never fails. That's his big thing. People wonder why soccer's getting bigger. Take a look at how big the LA Rams are getting.
That's a good point. I mean, Stan Kroenke's got his hands in everything.
As he should. I mean, he just had to pay back St. Louis all that money.
A good thing is, if anybody had to pay it back, Stan, I believe, has the I think he's got the change in the cookie jar to make sure it happens.
Sure he does.
Absolutely. Well, listen, guys, I'm going to hop off here. I, too, just pulled into my house myself. I hope you guys have a great night. Hope everybody enjoys the show.
Hey, we thank you, Alec.
Thank you very much. Always a pleasure to talk to you, bud. 864-240-5480. That's the call-in line. 864-240-5480. Text line 864-777-9593. Don't forget, you can also leave us a one of them newfangled talkback things. It's like a little voicemail. When you're listening on the iHeartRadio app, you just hit the little microphone button next to the station name and leave us whatever hot take you want to. You only have 30 seconds though, so you got to make it quick. But the talkback feature is available for you there as well. Plus, you can watch us on the YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe to the Sportsocracy channel, and that way you can get in to the YouTube chat. We'll take a break. Be back right here on 104.9 FM, Fox Sports Upstate, to close out the week.
Traffic Center. Injured? Just call Joy. 888-8888.
This is 104.9 Fox Sports Upstate Traffic.
It's stop and go on 85 northbound this afternoon between 276 and Pelham Road. It's all volume and congestion. And we do have an accident blocking the shoulder 85 southbound at Aviation. Traffic slow from exit 60 and slow on 85 southbound between Aviation and Pelham. That's your latest check of time saver traffic.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at Progressive.com or call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE.
Hey, this is Hayes Davenport.
And Sean Clements.
We host the podcast Hollywood Handbook. Every episode, we're trying to help our guests improve their careers by mainly focusing on how they can help us improve our careers.
The show's famously super accessible, so you can easily jump into any of our 650 episodes and understand what's going on.
We recommend some of our recent episodes with Ben Stiller, Danny McBride, Riz Ahmed, and Mary Steenburgen.
Listen to Hollywood Handbook on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Hollywood Handbook and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
On the Dan Scott Show, we get to do two of my favorite things. That's talk about faith and sports. Bring them all together. 8 a.m. every Sunday, the Dan Scott Show, presented by Ingles, just for you here on Fox Sports Upstate.
If you run a business and need to get your message to your next customers fast, nothing is faster than audio with iHeart. Let us help you reach the audience you need to grow your business at the speed of sound at iHeartAdvertising.com.
Panthers fans, opening day versus the Chicago Bears is coming to Bank of America Stadium September 13th. Don't leave your seat to chance. With the Panthers PSL, you'll secure your place for the home opener, every home game, and priority access to seating in the next generation of Bank of America Stadium. The future is taking shape. Join the momentum. Visit Panthers.com/tickets to secure your seats today.
For contesting on the station, go to 1049foxsports.com/rules.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
DQ presents the Blizzard Double Flip Deal. For a limited time, when you buy one Blizzard treat, you get a second for just 99 cents. That's 2 Blizzards, 2 spoons, 2 flavors, and 2 flips. So don't miss out on the Blizzard Double Flip Deal, available only for a limited time and happening now at DQ. Because the only thing better than a Blizzard treat is a second Blizzard treat for just 99 cents. It's a deal to flip for. The Blizzard Double Flip Deal. Get it in the app. Participation may vary.
When I have an asthma attack, I feel scared.
Prevent your child's next asthma attack. Call 1-866-NO-ATTACKS. Visit www.noattacks.org or call your doctor, because even one attack is one too many. Brought to you by the EPA and the Ad Council.
And welcome into the Sportsocracy.
Brought to you live by Ingles Markets. Low prices, love the saving.
We have breaking news. Tank, hit the button.
Oh, it's a great day to be alive, ain't it?
Open all the doors and let you out into the world.
It is officially last call for callers here on 104.9 FM, Fox Sports Upstate, heard everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Don't forget to use that talkback feature if you so choose to get in on the program with us. Last chance for callers at 864-240-5480 and the text line 864-777-9593. It is Hall of Fame week on the Ingles Living the Dream Tour.
And it's story time. I teased this yesterday.
Okay.
So every time we come to the Hall of Fame, there's a list that we have of guys that specifically mean something to us that we would like to see come get inducted. Mm-hmm. And this year we've got 3. So our business manager, Megan, is from Louisiana. Obviously, she's never been to the Pro Football Hall of Fame because she never worked in sports until this year. So that one made this pretty easy. Mm-hmm. Okay. We have 2. I know you and I together have one in Luke Kuechly. So Luke does radio for the Carolina Panthers. Every year we go down to Bank of America and we have our media day where they just pamper us, and it's so good. The Panthers do such a good job of taking care of their media guys. But Luke Kuechly comes over and hangs out with us a good bit. So we've met Luke probably half a dozen times. And he's such a nice guy, and he's so inviting to us. And he's Luke Kuechly, and we're us. So I promise you, his talking to us means way less to him than it does to us. Mm-hmm. And he's just always been so gracious that getting him and Drew Brees, that was just double confirmation. Then there's Larry Fitzgerald. Mm-hmm. Larry Fitzgerald, and the way I teased this yesterday is Larry Fitzgerald will never understand how much he actually did for my career because we've only met each other once. And it has nothing to do with what he did for me. So when Larry Fitzgerald was coming out of Pittsburgh, that was, as Jeremy's starting to figure out, okay, if we're going to be in sports, it's not going to be as an athlete, because eventually my physical limitations are going to be a problem. Doesn't matter how well you know the sport. And I had already started considering West Virginia. Well, West Virginia's biggest rival is Eat Excrement Pit, which is where Larry Fitzgerald went to school. So I saw him way before anybody else did. Still a young guy. He was a big-time recruit for them. And I remember watching him, and he was basically the one that taught me, without knowing it, he taught me how to evaluate wide receivers. because every single thing he did as a wide receiver is exactly what you want a wide receiver to do. And I poured over his tape. I've watched more of Larry Fitzgerald than any receiver in the history of the NFL. A lot of it is things that you can't bottle up. So Larry was born with a lot of what he did. But the way he carried himself, the way he conducted himself, who he was as a person, that was always incredibly impressive to me. And as I went down the rabbit hole with Larry Fitzgerald, I realized, kind of like watching this, kind of like watching tape, kind of enjoy this, kind of like digging through. And it was way harder to find back then. And Larry Fitzgerald was loosely the one that got me into talent evaluation, which ultimately led to how I wound up here.
Nice.
And I always said when Larry Fitzgerald gets inducted, there are 2 former Pittsburgh Panthers that could ever get me out of North Carolina and up to Canton. One of them was Curtis Martin, and the other one is Larry Fitzgerald. Mm-hmm. And now to get to be here for his induction, he will have no idea that I'm there. But I wouldn't have missed it for the world.
Nice. Very nice. Also being inducted, Adam Vinatieri, who...
He haunted my nightmares. I left him out on purpose.
I was going to say, who could forget that he gave us the second greatest moment of the Carolina Panthers New England Patriots Super Bowl, the first being Janet Jackson. Thank you.
Thank you, Janet.
Thank you for that.
Thank you, Janet.
Mm-hmm.
Just me.
And then lastly, Roger Craig. Roger Craig, who to me was he was only number 2 to Bo Jackson in the greatest Tecmo Bowl athletes of all time. I used to love to play with the San Francisco 49ers.
I did
not Bowl game.
know where that was headed, and that was not where I thought it was.
I used to love to play with the San Francisco 49ers on that game. Roger Craig was a dog.
This week is just, it's such a special week, and to have, almost all of our team here. The only ones we're missing are Bill Workman, Evo, Dubs, and David. Mm-hmm. And we will have all of us together in a house before this year is over. Mm-hmm. But to have all of us here to start the season this way, this is a fun week. Just a really, really fun week, and it's the best start to the Living the Dream Tour. I told you this the last time we came. We should never miss another one of these. And dadgummed if we didn't get there last year, and it was, nope, can't do that one. We have
nothing to see here.
We have we had a scheduling conflict anyway.
Did we?
I did. I don't know if you did.
I just remember us seeing the Eric Allen, Jared Allen, Antonio Gates, Sterling Sharp, and going, I don't know that we have to pressure ourselves to do this one.
Especially when we look forward and go, next few years are going to be must-see TV.
Right, because I feel pretty confident that we'll have we will at least have Ben Roethlisberger next year.
And Gronk.
Which we'll have to bring my wife on the next trip because she's a huge, huge Ben Roethlisberger fan. Phillip Rivers could very well be in next year's class.
Phillip Rivers can't be in next year's class.
Why not?
Because he came out of retirement.
Mm-hmm.
He's got 4 more years.
4 more years? Really?
5 years from retirement. He played for the Colts last year.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, Phillip Rivers. I heard you say that earlier, and I didn't correct you. But, Phillip Rivers got 4 more years.
Oh, crap. Well, yeah, he shouldn't have done that.
Yeah,
Eli Manning. Eli Manning probably be in next year as well.
I don't know. I mean, it's so hard to do this every time because there's always one that should have been in earlier than they were.
Mm-hmm.
And you never know quite which one it's going to be. One year, it's got to be Torrey Holt. One year, it's got to be Reggie Wayne.
Yes.
One year, we could do this for quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
But the 2 I feel real sure about, we're going to have Ben and we're going to have Gronk next year.
I would be shocked if we did not.
That's kind of my line. If I can call you by one name and you know exactly who I'm talking about, that guy's getting in on the first ballot.
Probably so. I feel like there was another one. Now, Adrian Peterson next year. He's first ballot Hall of Famer in my mind.
Should be, but you know how running backs work. Running backs always have to wait. I won't be shocked if he gets in. I won't be shocked if he doesn't.
I mean, that guy was there wasn't a better running back in the game for what? 6 years?
It was a
7 years?
while.
He was the dude. If there's, I mean, name me a better first ballot Hall of Fame
Barry
running
Sanders.
back. No, I mean like coming down the line. There's not another one, is there?
That depends. Saquon Barkley's going to be up there pretty high.
Well, but that's
Bijan Robinson's going to be up there pretty high.
But they're still playing. That's
you're talking about that's already retired.
I'm just talking about in that era. Who else deserves to be a first ballot Hall of Famer at running back? Nobody. LaDainian Thomas.
LaDainian was the one. LaDainian and Marshall Faulk were the two that I was thinking about. Marshall was a little bit before him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think that's where we're headed. Gronk, Ben, Adrian Peterson, all first ballot Hall of Famers next year. I think that's where we should be headed. Anyway. And who knows what they'll decide to do with the rest of the class. I'm hoping that it's Torrey Holt. I'm hoping that it's Reggie Wayne. I keep hoping that Willie Anderson is going to get his shot.
Close every year.
Ken Anderson has been a semifinalist or a finalist for 10 years now.
Got 1 minute.
But nothing will stand in the way.
Terrell Suggs. I forgot all about him.
Yeah.
T-Sizzle.
Yep. Terrell Suggs. Also another great finalist that is on the cusp. But next year, maybe, if he doesn't play the Backstreet Boys again, maybe Sweet Baby Trey will get to come see Ben Roethlisberger.
Sweet Baby Trey, you will be with us next year.
I make no promises.
You are in the Sportsocracy, and this is 104.9 FM Fox Sports Upstate. Be sure to follow us on the social medias. The Sportsocracy channels will be pumping out content moving forward through the rest of the football season, but especially this weekend with all of the festivities happening here. We've got highlights already up from last night's Hall of Fame game. We will have all of the best highlights from tomorrow's induction ceremony and the pre-game festivities as well. And we'll see you back here on Monday. 104.9 FM, Fox Sports Upstate.
104.9 Fox Sports Upstate weather.
This is WIFF News 4 Chief Meteorologist Chris Justice with your forecast. High temperatures surge to near 90 degrees both days this weekend. Most of us stay dry with some sunshine.
Oh, yeah. All righty.
Hey, Trey, you want to hear something funny?
Yes.
Tank and I both have Sound Plus pulled up, and our clocks are 4.5 seconds off. How does that happen?
Huh.
Mine just hit 55.
I think there would be like a standardized.
You think so?
Mine hasn't hit 55 yet.
Mine just hit 55.
So mine's 5 seconds ahead of y'all's.
How is that possible?
I have absolutely no idea. I just noticed it because I was like, what are you doing? I was like, you're rolling over just outie. And then I looked over and went, nope, that's dumb. That's a dumb thing.